Oh, we got mic check, mic check. What we doing? Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Tell me that you love me. Yeah, I don't know that ain't true. Ha ha! Woo! They coming on in, boy. Oh, they see that title. Is it the title? What's that word that y'all know ain't no real content creator. Oh, nigga, I'm a nigga that talk shit and swallow spit. Do you hear me? Um, I'm laughing because this live right here was I came on and you know I was listening to it today while I was riding. I had to go take a physical. Oh, that shit there, man. Fellas out there, it ain't that some humiliating shit. Boy, that name, man. So I keep it gangster. I was fucking with this little Asian lady, and for so many years I had been going to her, you know, cause I remember I had went to this one company, and an older lady came in there, and so I go all the way. They taking me room to room. Boom, I get to the last room. She slammed the door, hand me like a little hospital gown, like gone get naked, dress out. Yeah, like this the uniform. I'm like, I'm like, this bitch trying to role play. So she want to play General Hospital. Nah, go on with that bullshit. Yeah. She give me the little gown, right? And she wanna play General Hospital. Y'all know what General Hospital is, man. I know y'all remember General Hospital. You niggas used to watch the stories. Yeah, I grew up on the stories, so I'm like, what the hell going on? Why? So I leave my boxes on. So she come back, she say, drop them. Drop them. Goddamn right, drop them. Susie Ann want to see that dick. Susie Ann want to see some BBC around this motherfucker. She said, turn your head to the left and cough. I said, huh? She said, turn your head to the, and then she like flick that motherfucker. Turn your head to the right and cough. Suzanne violated my motherfucking civil rights. If the new Black Panther Party wasn't in bed with them white folks down here, I would have called the hotline. I swear to God on my mama. I would have called that hotline, but they in bed with them white folk down here. Don't ask me how I know, nigga. Fuck it, I'll tell you. So this nigga here, man, out of control, cuz. Yeah, today gonna be one of them days. So, nah, real shit. So We got a nigga down here named Cornell X, right? Now, how true the shit is, I don't know. What they call it, barbershop talk. I'm in the barbershop. So, and you know, old boy that owned that barbershop, he ended up going to the feds. Fuck me up. I know he ended up cutting good hair. I know he ended up cutting the shit out of hair. His name was E. But they said Cornell X used to come up there. Every time you see him, he got like a south side fade. So I thought he'd go to the south side and get his hair cut. But it's a north side nigga named D. And they say he came there in the drop top with a white bitch with a bunny. They say he pulled up to the shop with a bunny. What Umar call him? A snow puppy. Somebody said, boy, somebody better come get their ain't. Somebody said somebody better come get their ain't fruit bowl or something. Somebody said she say exotic fruit, nigga, kiwis, dragon fruit, nigga, pineapple. Somebody better come get they sister, they daughter, a liquid fruit. In Jesus' name I pray. Blessed beyond you and the nigga say snow puppy. Yeah, I would have called, man. Kathy Ann violated me on that day. So I started fucking with this Chinese lady, right? And it was a little more, but I ain't had to go through, you know what I'm saying, all the tricks and hoops and loops and shit. And so the Chinese, and she don't want to play with that dick. She don't want to role play. She don't want to play 90210. Not 90. What's the goddamn name of that damn show? Anyway, she don't want to play dress up in this gown and I'm finna, sneak in and play nurse on you now. So I started going there and she closed down. So, every few years, drivers, shout out to the drivers out there, you gotta get your shit together. So I had going for a physical, everything good. And I'm hitting 2020 vision. I'm still on my 2020. Bull, that mean I don't need the red dot to pop one of you niggas top. Yeah, I'm still good with 21 with 2020 vision. I gotta call my cousin cause they told that nigga he need glasses and he younger than me. So yeah, I tried to call him and make fun of him. They just like a nigga, huh? Nick go to the doctor, get a checkup, and he in good health, and you want to go around, and now you want to trip with everybody who got high blood pressure, sugar diabetes, nigga, need contacts and lenses. Yeah, they going around. Yeah, and then when that time you went and got checked up. Yeah, nigga, you don't look physical fit. Oh, yeah, nigga. Yeah, man, go down there and see if something wrong with your goddamn heart. Yeah, nigga get to want to eat right. Nigga want to bake the chicken now. Yeah. Nigga want to bake the chicken now. And nigga feeling real here. So anyway, boom. Long story short, man, I get there, mescalating them, run me through there. As soon as I come piss. Boom, I already got the pack in the back. Bop, bop, bop. I got 3 cell phones, so I'm trying to see how they gonna play it. You ain't nowhere to throw it away. You throw it away, they gonna catch you. So I gotta keep it on me, the burner. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, that heat pack, that bitch on my iPhone. I said, I hope this bitch don't explode. So boom, nigga like, hey, jump on the bed. I get on the bed. He like, all right, go turn around. One of my phones fall. But the one that fell on that side, that's where the little heating pack is. The heating pack ain't fall. I look, it's my iPhone 15. I'm like, okay, bitch, fuck that phone. Long as it ain't the other one. So I'm trying to hold my legs stiff on the others. Boy, so the Mexican lady come in there. Last room. Yeah, I done went 3 rooms now. Coming up. Bitch, where do I sign? Who do I pay? Where do I sign? Ain't gonna be that easy. I'm afraid not. And you know I got that weapon on me, so I got on 2 pair of drawers. Yeah, I'm acting like a nigga who's still running up the cars, hitting licks, a nigga who's standing from the corner store or the bodega. Yeah, nigga, I fuck around and who do I pay? I. How you say, let me see that dick in Spanish? Oh, the bitch hit me up. I said, bitch, I get ice in here. She said, drop them. So I got on 2 pair of drawers. I pulled on my shorts in the first pair. She said, uh. Bitch ain't even talk to me. She just did like sign language. Just drop them. Like, bitch pointing to the ground. I don't know if she in the BDSM or what. The bitch was very aggressive. Bitch, I wonder, do you got your green card? Bitch, I said, oh, bitch, I charge for this type of shit. You feel me? Like, I'm starting to get my subscribers up on OnlyFans. Bitch, I charge for this. Oh, well, at least can I sit the camera on the desk, bitch, and record, so I get some good content out of this, bitch, and you ain't paying me and you wanting to see the dragon? That shit hurt my heart, nigga. She said, let me see that dick. Drop him. That bitch put their 2 fingers like the Masons do, you close it, then got up under there, lift them nuts up. I said, oh, come on, fam. Come on, fam. I don't even want to drive. I don't even use the motherfucking CDL. Nigga, I don't even use the motherfucker. Nigga, I got it. You gon' violate my motherfucking rights. Bitch lifted up the nuts. Now if that dick jump out on your bitch ass. Now if he wake up, bitch, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Get your hands, that bitch don't touch it. That bitch say, give me 2 coughs. I said, woo! Today ain't my motherfucking day, and it ain't number Tuesday. This goddamn week, and it rained today. It ain't number 2, and I got wet. It's just Tuesday. This motherfucking week need to go on by this motherfucking business. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you, I already see this shit, how this shit started night. I already see how this shit here ain't right. I don't feel right about it. I just, something in me just, bitch, I'm gonna call Ice and run in there, cause Ice ain't been fucking around. Nigga wanna go get his tie changed. Julio got them tires on the low. And them hoes might blow out on your motherfucking ass, nigga. But they for the low. And so nigga went there, yeah, what's up, man? We don't want no new tire, nigga. You ain't got no used some bitches back there. Julio went to the back, nigga. It was a white man with a goddamn New York Mets ball cap on. That nigga tackled the shit out of Julio. That nigga went for the legs. I said that nigga there played D1 ball. Yeah, that nigga played junior college ball or something. He hit him right on the hip. Fumble, nigga. Yeah, loss of yard, tackle for loss. Yeah, he tackled Julio motherfucking ass, man. And Julio was cool to them some bitch. They got him. He was looking at me like, help me. I got the fuck away from that nigga. God damn it, nigga. I went that motherfucker, nigga. I'm glad I had my Make America Great hat on that day, nigga. I was just bullshitting around, but I had that Make America Great Again hat on, nigga. Julio looked at me. He said, you too? Adios, amigos. However you say that shit in Spanish, nigga. Adios. I'm madder than you, nigga. I need to go find another tie shop. Who else got 4 tires for 100, nigga? In 2025. Nigga looking at me like I betrayed him. Bitch, I gotta pay regular price. Bitch, I gotta go to discount tires now. Julio, you ain't got no motherfucking papers. Nigga, I could have got you some papers. Shit, I could have got you some motherfucking papers, nigga. Now I gotta go to motherfucking discount tie. Them hoes $380. They want your ID, phone number, email. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Bitch, I need a tie, not a job. Fuck am I filling out applications for? Bitch, if you don't change my motherfucking tie. Nah, y'all know I ain't lying, man. Then why the fuck you got to lie the whole month? Bitch talking about, can we get a good phone number we can reach you at? For what, bitch? What you looking for me for? Bitch, I need my tie and I'm finna go on by my life. Bitch, you just charged me $360 a tie. Nigga, TP say 400 need that lit. Shit, he gone. That nigga on Greens Road, nigga. And ice and ice holding right there on Greens Road, nigga. What them not West niggas at? Them Gushy Road, man. What KJ at? I just seen somebody got killed on North Barrow yesterday at the Red Stove. I saw that shit on the news. We was just talking about the Red Stove. Yeah, I saw it on the news. Somebody got killed at the Red Stove yesterday on North Barrow. KJ, you know who that was? Not who did it. I'm talking about who ended up getting hit. But anyway, we're gonna push off, right? So I know the title look crazy, right? I know the title look crazy, but this is an old bill, right? And we're gonna go through it because Cub was dropping game. But I really wanna go through Dr. John Henry Clark and all that. What was this called? Clickbait? The title clickbait. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put this young TOPCATZ on y'all. This is our best live stream. That motherfucker went crazy, like 40,000. It was so many people in here that day, and I was on the post came in for a little bit. I think I talked shit to every community. I don't think I missed one. I don't know. It was a Sunday too. That's what was getting me. Cause that nigga came out and said Happy Sunday, and then he just lost it. He said, "Fuck the world, nigga. You should have went to church." Come here with that shit, nigga. You should have took your ass to church. I guess I'll go here first, man. Boom, boom, boom. Before we jump into that, yesterday, bro Sanchez, they had a discussion about Stone Mountain. And you know, I get the argument, you know, Sanchez said what he said. Like I said in the first place, I think it's a little more I thought it was a little more targeted towards Billy, and maybe Billy and Sanchez had history or whatever. I don't know. But I'm like, you know, I'm gonna push up because I was there, you know what I'm saying, and see if I can help in some kind of way, goddamn. So I pushed over there, right? Just you know, the coat, and you know, on some satanic ritual shit, and we did a Masonic ceremony or not, you know what I'm saying? Just like, hold on, man, my face on that shit. Like, let me go. Man, ain't nobody. We ain't burnt no nigga. We ain't ate nobody. We ain't drunk a glass of blood or nothing, nigga. We ain't had a pinch of flesh. We ain't out there eating human chicken nuggets or no shit like that. So yeah, I pushed up. So we gonna go through the shout out to Sanchez. He was respectful. Gave me the mic.
Looking at your people.
Show some respect to this brother right here.
Already
Show some respect.
already done passed, and it's like a couple of days away or one more vote away from sitting on Trump's desk, and he can't wait to sign it. So if you
So we need to do just the opposite.
He signed a big beautiful bill on the 4th of July when we was popping fireworks, I heard.
Yeah.
But let me say, shout out to the legendary TOPCATZ, man. We got to show some respect to this brother right here, man. Shout out to the legendary TOPCATZ. Thanks for joining the call for show. Anytime you want the mic, take it. Take your time. Thank you for joining and blessing us with your presence, brother.
Appreciate you, bro Sanchez. I'll let the brother land, and y'all let me know when I can jump in.
All right.
Yeah, all I was trying to get people to do was everybody wanted.
Going in with the XRP.
Nothing. No.
I'm gonna try to lock you in for the 17th, man. Like
Move once.
2, 1 open. Now it's
I
just
think I'm for the
he's done at the beginning of it. We do got other people.
All right, peace to everybody on the panel. Peace to the chat. Now I just pulled up, man. I seen the title or whatever. I was there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I caught it kind of late, but I did want to jump up just in case y'all needed some insight on what actually took place there.
You been
Hey, Pluto say he got his joint. That's a bit. Hey, I sent 18 packages out today. 18 packages went out today. A lot of shirts. If you didn't get your shirt, let me know. Some of y'all didn't leave a size. Like I put some to the side. I think the only one is Lil Taj from Philly. I know he be like in the mediums. He a muscle man. This nigga here a workout warrior. They want them little t-shirts for the ladies. I get it. So yeah, I think Lil Taj and really that's the only one. Everybody else, Corey and them, OG, Nate, man, I sent out a lot of shirts. So I told you I had like 20 something left. So God damn it went that many of y'all. But if you ain't get your shirt, let me know. And but a lot of them did go out today. Books. No, I see you in here. I sent you a BCU pack. Yeah, I sent you a little pack. But some of y'all, like the homie got his shit, y'all ought to be receiving y'all's tomorrow. Cause it went out right before the 4th of July, like the 3rd. So, and that was like 20 orders. So I just did over 20 last night. And then so we still working.
and actually there, it would be so dope, TOPCATZ, if you would just kick back, man. Don't worry about the time, and just, man, tell us everything about it. You being there, what it meant to you, what happened, and all that. Like, don't leave us no guesswork, so the conspiracies can go away. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go, you got it.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
so.
All right, I'll start from the how it came about. All right, hold on. Let me get this out the way. We're gonna jump right in there. What's up, Ariana? D say he had to change his address. Yeah, the address, man. It's a family out of Arizona, man. They had got some shell shades, and I had been trying to get at them, man. I text them, called them, everything, man. Trying to let them know, fam, I need for you to check your address. So like the brother right here say he had to update his. A lot of times, it don't let you move forward because it tell you they don't recognize the addresses. So, that's why I be hoping people signed up to made a profile. It's free, so we can, at least an email that we can contact you on in case we run into a roadblock like that. But yeah, man, they did a motherfucking bank dispute, and I'm like, fam, I've been looking. I called your phone from my motherfucking nigga. I called from my personal phone twice, but it's all good. If the fam hit this, it wasn't no funny shit. I just needed to, cause it was another dude out of Buffalo. It was the same. They was on the same like shipping day, and he ended up getting his together. He went and fixed his, and he got his books. So Yeah, that's what be happening on that. But now, little Taj, I got you coming. I got a lot of smiles, nigga. If you really want to show out, I didn't recognize I had that many damn smiles, man. I got about like 6 smiles. Dog Chief say he waiting on a yacht party. Or your shades ought to be there today or tomorrow, unless you already got them. All right, let's turn up. It came into uh conversation. So my first show on Bro Rich was the Seminole War. So I was speaking on Indigenous history. So while we was talking about Indigenous history, I was pointing out a few factors that happened in Georgia. So Rich shot the idea at me. Hey, what do you think about doing a hike on Stone Mountain? He was like, he did it before, but he wanted to do a big one. So he know that me and my people in my community, we travel a lot. So we go to a lot of these mounds, pyramids, different things like this. So I'm like, bet. So we started setting up, in the back. Then he came back to me with a date or whatever. So
What up,
we get
George?
there, and
That's a Philly nigga on the
I'm trying to
screen
meet up
right
with
there.
all the Indians, the people that come with me. So Bro Rich. Shout out to George Megan, man. Shout out to Philly in the building. I got that nigga on the screen, butt naked up there. That's a Philly nigga. He'll work out warrior like you. These niggas muscle man ass niggas. Them they go up first. We get to the top, and it's a lot of elderly people there. One lady was 91. So we helped, the Indians started to help everybody up the mountain. So I got the video, everything. So we missed most of the, you know what I'm saying, as they started. But what I seen though, cause we helped up Pan Africans, we helped up Hebrews. We weren't asking people what denomination or school of thought they come from. You feel me? If they needed help, we was there to help. So once we finally get to the top, um, King Simon came over and told me that I was gonna speak next. Shout out to them, they actually let me speak twice. But when I got there, I keep hearing the meeting of the masters, but I don't. I didn't hear them refer to it as that. At first, it was Stone Mountain Hike, and then I started coining it the All Star Weekend. So they started making that on a lot of flyers, All Star Weekend. But that was me just trying to get the people out there. But when we got there, for as us, we standing on indigenous land, we know we come from here. We got our genealogy. We know the history here, the importance of Stone Mountain to the indigenous people. So that's why we were kind of like ushers of the land and helping everybody up. Now, when I get up to the top, we speak, everybody speak. It was pretty short because we got down the mountain at 11:11. But I say this, though, I never seen that many people in one spot, and there was no altercations. People when Malcolm say leave religion at the door and come together, I never seen it before. So it was a lot of people from different schools of thought, but all of that was out the window. You seen a lot of people grounding, you seen a lot of children out there. I raised some kids up the mountain, gave them $20, things like that. But that was from my perspective because we were helping for an hour and a half while they were at the top. So finally we get up there. Everybody was kind of short with their speeches. Their speeches on once I got there, the people that I seen, they were kind of short with their speeches. But far as me, and the BCU community, with us understanding how Georgia, period, the role that Georgia played for as Indians and indigenous people. But I also heard that's where the KKK came. That's true. But that was the second revised KKK. The first KKK was created 1865. Pulaski, Tennessee. And this was Nathan Bedford. These were melanated men. So even the people that's on the mountain, Robert E. Lee. Robert E. Lee wasn't a YT man. He was actually, and I have the sources, his military records tell his description. The president of the Confederate. I can show you the sources right here. Him too, in his family will also look like us. They'll say you lying, boy. That's Jefferson Davis. The brains of the Confederacy, a guy named Junior Benjamin. I can show you right now with the sources, everything, that he also looked like us. So I had 5 grandpas fought in the Civil War. They fought. Hold on, man. Let me see if I got that up, because I did. I ain't gonna lie. I had PowerPoints, everything pulled up. But shout out to Bro Sanchez. Like I said, man, we always been cool, always been cordial. And so it was a shout out to him for even just letting me grab the mic, and he told me to take my time. But I just ain't want no smut on it. Yeah, I was gonna pull a PowerPoint up, run it through there. Robert E. Lee, we gonna deal with that. The Confederate president of the Confederate, we gonna deal with that. We gonna show all these niggas are niggas. We've been tricked out our side. The Confederate, they were betrayed by the mixed races who signed over with Albert Pike to the Confederate. They joined the Union, USCTs, United States Colored Troops, and they actually defeated and won the Civil War. But why did we come? One, we was asked, you know what I'm saying, and it worked out. It ended up working out. You know what I mean? It was no alien talk. Nobody brought up an Anawagi. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody was just caught up in the moment, really. So, it was more personal thoughts coming out. You know what I'm saying? For what I seen, what I heard when I got up the mountain. Violent and anybody had any questions or anything? Hey, y'all get the lights up.
Salutes to that, and I just want to say that is beautiful. Only thing.
Bro, this second time I done came around your side and I ain't saying you. What's up, Chief in BCU? I'm so mad I missed the hype, but I'll be at the next one. Boo, I keep coming to you. God damn it. I'm glad we ain't meet at the Essence Fest. I gotta go. Did you do the Essence Fest? I gotta go back and watch that. I gotta go back and watch that. That was a whole mess. And then they said, they say that some African niggas run it. I heard that on the radio, the radio this today in Houston. I heard that on the radio, and they was talking bad about the Essence Fest. And that's where you go get all of the cougars. You go there as a young player, and you go get them cougars. And I ain't gonna tell it what happened in New Orleans. Stay in New Orleans.
Thing I was bringing up on my show, TOPCATZ, was if we want to honor the ancestors.
Hey, Simon,
because, for example, I brought up Vicky Dillard. It's a lot of people that was out there, TOPCATZ, that teach about energy, frequency, cleansing the space. And I'm saying that site, yes, I'm agreeing with you. We on our indigenous land. But that site was desecrated by those 3 white men that you see carved into it. And the original claim.
Hold on, my bad. Damn, who's that? Vu, I'm gonna tell you how much BCU cut for you. So when we was all together, they said, "Hey, you ain't tell Voodoo to come?" And I said, "God damn." I said, "Nah, I ain't even say nothing." Yeah, but now BCU asked me, and I think it was them New Orleans niggas. Geechee, it was either Geechee or them New Orleans niggas asked me, you ain't tell Voodoo to come? And I'm like, damn, I forgot. Yeah, so I can't blame it all on you.
Land could have been our people, right? But they didn't carve themselves into it, which make it that much disrespectful that the original clan was our people, and they didn't even carve their face into it, but the fake clan did. That is another reason why I think if we wanted to honor the ancestors just on a deeper level, because I'm not going to shoot down what you said is not honoring the ancestors. I think what you just told me there, the energy sounds like everyone had a good time. You had kids out there and all that. But I will stay firm on what I think about Billy Carson. and them being gatekeepers, Brother Rich being a gatekeeper, and that, yeah, he gave you a voice. And it's easy to give people a voice that don't necessarily have a message that opposes your foundation of everything you've built your career on. So I ain't gonna even middle that, right? And I'll also say things within my whole thing that I want to end with right here is this. I'm gonna criticize people in certain positions because I think that's gonna move us forward. Now I understand that a lot of people gathered, it was a beautiful event and all that, but at the end of the day, when you say that our people were the first Klans member, to me, it's like a person saying, well, you know, the first slave owner was a black man. And it's just, it don't make me now link with that person. It make me have more negative energy toward them than the white slave master. Cause it's like, damn, you enslave your own people. Like, at least the white man enslaved somebody else. Like it don't now make it good once we put a black face on a lot of stuff. And I do think that we do that in a lot of aspects.
That's because a lot of those black Europeans that came over wasn't our people. They wasn't on our side. We was on.
Shout out to George Megan. Somebody say TOPCATZ on Bro Sanchez. This legendary for real. Somebody said, damn, TOPCATZ on Sanchez.
Already here. They came over and was with.
I don't go on a lot of people pound. I don't. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm an A-Reeds. I be falling out with niggas, but Sanchez, you know, we always been cordial. You know, Sanchez even was, he give a lot of credit to Dane. You know what I'm saying? So even Ride, you know, I don't feel like King Simon or Rich, but I just think it's more a little personal, and it's really, you know, Billy Carson, and you know, maybe, you know, 'cause Billy Carson don't believe in the flat earth. And I really think that was really, you know, where it was coming from. But I'm gonna let George go. I really could just skip to the end, because in the end, you know, he had a different, you know, yeah, he had a different response to it, you know, and a different understanding on it. But I let me and George build it.
You know,
We real good.
they was the ones doing their thing on us, and they still doing it now. They wasn't our friends.
But I do think TOPCATZ is on the people's side, though. But I just think that, yes, for my bad. Oh yeah, go ahead. I heard you coming in.
Now the answer, no, George, what's up with it, up?
What's up? What's going on,
Mike
bro?
Easton, DC. I'm coming to DC, man.
Nah, you know, like you say, a lot of those people that crossed over the Appalachians after the Treaty of 1783, the end of the Civil War. A lot of them did come to the Revolutionary War. Georgia being the first, because that was the British colony, 1733 established. But so you, George, you familiar with the Red Sticks and all this in the 1811? You familiar with these?
Yeah, they was gang warring against what was it, the North and the South?
And it was taking
ones that sided with the president, and they had ones that sided with, you know, with the people.
There you go. And so that caused the civil wars down there. But the Confederacy that was created was already down there. That's why they had their own currency, all of this. And like you said, they did try to cross them out. And that was the reason once Abraham Lincoln took it from contraband and created the United States Colored Troops, that allowed them to switch sides and actually fight against those. But one point I wanted to make for is the slave masters, if we go through from 1810 to 1860, through the slave schedules, we're going to find out
I just took my slides down. I just cleared it because I went up there because I thought I was finna have to get busy. But he let me speak. Like, hey, you was there. Shit, you can tell us what really happened. You know what I'm saying? And so, then I just took them down. But y'all seen my work. Y'all know I show that work.
So, like you said, from 1810 to 1860, goddamn, we can run down these slaves. And guess what we find? These slave owners. I'm from Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Virginia, Indian Territory, that's include Arkansas, Oklahoma, that the slave masters have a B by their name. All of them. I can pull the records up right now. So I think in a lot of cases we kind of misinterpret what slavery was, and it was POWs, but that'll be considered at certain points. The Civil War is what actually brought them together when the USCTs was created. So a lot of them didn't trust the people that they had fought against, who ancestors were in the Battle of Fort Mims, Fort Jackson, all of that. You know about that, huh? So after 1830 Indian removal, the people that moved over into those areas, now 1860, the Civil War jumping out, well, they still have bad blood from generations ago that they having their grandparents who fought in those wars. But I would say this here though, all the slave masters have been, they were plantation owners from Louisiana, history. Give you have South
How you
Carolina
know that,
black
Chief?
slave
Shit.
owners.
One of my kinfolk, John Hope Franklin. He's a legend in black studies, Negro history. He one of the legends. Shout out to Tulsa, Oklahoma. John got a park named after him down there. Chickasaw niggas. Choctaw Chickasaw. Uh, he wrote a nice piece on slave owners in Louisiana. They look like us. W. Du Bois came, that shit was watered down. He ain't do nothing but plagiarize a lot of nigga shit. If we gonna keep it real, we can take it back to Philly. He was man, I got him down bad. So he was really down bad. But that work. Different books who show you that it was actually people that look like us who were the slave owners. But I do want people to look on there, and most of the time you'll see that they have one slave. So in my case in Texas, my fifth grade grandfather, after they migrated from Alabama to Texas, his wife come through, but his wife is considered a slave. So under she's on the slave schedule as his only slave. So I do think we need to really look into what slavery was. In every case, it wasn't. Most times it'll be the family. That's why we hear stories about slaves coming back and living on the plantation that they grew up on. Slave owners leaving land to their slaves in their will, and most of the time it's because this is the family. That's their family.
Hey, Ken, let me ask you a question though, because I agree with that last part you just said, where a lot of us brought our people. But the reason why we had to do that, because a lot of those, from me reading now, even when Juan Garrido and them came over, he came over with the Spanish. Like, we was already here. He didn't come. He wasn't our friend when he got here.
Right.
He was rolling with the enemy.
He wanted to
like
smoke.
A lot of those black Europeans, they to this day now, like they are nemesis. To me, from what I'm seeing and what I'm reading, like they are mortal enemies. I think it's like a difference between like your great great grandfather owning the slaves, but this one coming over from Ireland somewhere. He coming with a whole different agenda than what we had going on here.
Well, not just Ireland, up northeast, New England. Yeah. Where you at? Philly, New York. What was New Amsterdam? Right. These places right here are because John Henry Clark even tell you the Southerners bought their slaves from the New England. The New Englanders had the fastest ships. They built the fastest ship. The shipyards was here in the Americas. The domestic slave trade moved from upper northeast, upper New York, It moved through the Great Lakes, Pennsylvania to the Great Lakes, from the Great Lakes to Virginia down to Savannah River, or what they call the Westavo. That's the Westos, Algonquin speaking nation. Later they'll be known as Cherokee.
Iroquois speaking nation.
But
My bad.
then we'll see as the 13 colonies expand after the Revolutionary War, they looked to expand in the Southeast, invading a different country. Because at that time Georgia was a different country that Jackson invaded. So that's where the mix-up come. That's where the people who weren't us understood they wouldn't. And as the mass migrations, as U.S. expansion happens, you'll see a lot of Virginia,
1815.
Kentucky, Tennessee settlers start to come down as they cross the Cumberland after 1807.
Hey
So
man, this is some good stuff, bro. Everybody hit the
I got another
like,
question.
share, man. Knowledge is power. Good shit, TOPCATZ. Keep it coming for sure.
So now we over here on a different platform. So I ask you over here. So when does what we see now with the white man being in full effect, and we understand like what was going on with the black codes and all those kind of stuff, like in the late 1800s. When does the white man
Oh shit, nigga, I been in third ward all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna push up on you, and I be in the trade all the time. Every week, I'm in the trade. I think I'm gonna be out there Thursday. I'm gonna push up Thursday. I gotta go out of town. I'm finna go to Europe, and I'll be back. I'm about to go to England.
come into effect where he running everything?
Well, you'll start seeing the power change really after 1877 compromise. That's when they ended Reconstruction. So they took the military out of the South. And at this time, we're now having large migration. The first one to come through the Homestead Act, 1862, and Eastern Europeans started to arrive, but it's not that many. A lot of them got slaughtered in the Civil War. But as we get down to the later period of the 1800s, you have Ellis Island and these different migrations all the way up to 1924, the Integration Act that was signed because of the World War One. So they stopped migrations of YT Europeans over to America. That's 1924, same year the Racial Integrity Act dropped, one drop of blood rule. But now as these people came through Ellis Island, it's 12.5 million. Y'all go check out the records. They said 12.5 million Africans came. But they know for sure they can document 12.5 million YT Europeans coming here in the 20th century. Well, at the end of the close of it, you have places like Wilmington, North Carolina, which, you know what I'm saying, we ran. It's a good documentary on it when they did the massacre in Wilmington, North Carolina, 1898. At that time, we were taking care of poor YT people in the South. They were Republican. The Democrats are the one bringing over the migrations. Even the first time, Hebrew Aid Society, different fractions like this. Later, you start getting the first labor convention, 1869. That's these guys coming from the north saying, hey, since y'all know how to work the land down here, y'all work for me. Now, in the late 20th century, the top of the 20th century, you had these labor movements, these unions. Now you have these YT people who you train. Now they're being put in position as your boss to remove people that look like us out of those positions, powerful positions. National Archives, Daniel Murray, that's a great example. The guy he trained took his.
If we go, is there any where when they start removing us out of positions? Because what battles was there? Any battles that was fought?
Well, you had situations like we brought up the Klan earlier. So you had white shirts, red shirts, white lead. These all served as, because you got to remember the Klan, Pulaski, Tennessee, it was created to stop voters from coming to vote because they didn't have the numbers to outvote the indigenous population down there because they're coming from the north. So that's why the Klan, the white lead, the red shirts, these different fractions were created. So these would be the people that'll go out, in different towns or whatever, and try to invoke this fear in them
Burn the
for them not
crowds.
to vote, or they'll put in reading or all these different stipulations on for you to vote. You feel me? Even like in Mississippi, you had to pay, you had to pass a reading and writing test, things like this. So at the end, like I said, Daniel Murray worked for the National Archives. He got his the YT man he taught ended up taking his job and they demoted him. So he went back and wrote a book about all of the people that look like us that bred into YT people to hide their crimes and their wealth. So a lot of them changed their surnames and the wealth went to the YT family. Favorite example I like to give is Colonel John McKee. Y'all look him up. Colonel John McKee, Omo Land. He was even up there in Philly, Uncle George. Colonel John McKee was the richest man in the U.S. when he died, 1901. He fought in the Civil War. His grandson created the boule. All right, now his grandson had a son named Theophilus, and he lived his life as a YT man for 40 years. So uh, he was the last living survivor in the family, and the men in black came to him on his deathbed and asked him, "Are you a Negro?" Because he got all these Wall Street friends and political people. But he had been living. He had YT kids, married a YT lady, and he had been living his life like this. And in order for him to get that inheritance, well, long story short, he passed. The inheritance go to the YT people.
Hold
Well,
on, let me show y'all who I'm talking about. Let me show y'all who I'm talking about. Boom, boom. This him right here. Colonel John McKee, born in Alexandria, VA. Shout out to VA, Virginia. They say he had a restaurant in Philadelphia. He married the daughter that ran the restaurant. 1866, he bought properties throughout Philly. He owned acres of land in West Virginia, Georgia, Kentucky. Fought in the Civil War, 1870. Enlisted in the 12th Regiment of Pennsylvania National Guard. Became Lieutenant Colonel of the 13th Regiment. Turned more than 4,000 acres into McKee City in Atlantic County, New Jersey, okay, as a settlement for free slaves and other African Americans moving north after the Civil War. So one of his plays, he would say, after the Klan, the red shirts, the white league, or whatever fraction was in your town, they'll you know lynch a landowner or something, or they'll come burn cross, assault the people at the church. The whole time the pastor a Mason and he's a Protestant, the same fraction that came out of the Klan. The Klan come from a Protestant fraction. Baptist. That's why they Baptist, just like Martin Luther King them Baptists. uh Now on some real shit. So a lot of them people that left the South, he gave them property up north. In return, he got 200, 300, 400, 600 acres of land throughout the South off of this play. Uh, he had he in Atlantic City. After the Civil War, at his death in 1902, he was the wealthiest Negro in the United States with an estate of over 4 million. Now, what's cool about that is they say they gave that all to a Catholic church, and he wasn't Catholic. They gave that to a Catholic church, but he wasn't Catholic. That's wild. That's some crazy work. All right, let's get over here to the. Let's
that's
go over here
gonna
to your
keep
boy.
us on top. You know what I'm saying? This the shit that we gonna, cause all these niggas be talking about they America. Shabir made a live And he said the
Shout out to
oldest
Sibyl,
city in
man.
Alabama, named after the Moors, so-called blacks. Oldest city in Alabama named after the Moors, bro. Little bitty scholarship, little boy scholarship. Let's walk.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Have
y'all,
to cross. You know,
this old TOPCATZ, so y'all just bear with him. This was my best live. That hoe hit 40,000, bro. It was so many people in here that day. They just kept coming. We even had a white boy jump on the panel. Lunch meat. That nigga was salami and cheese.
but yeah, we brought the sticks and shit. You know how you gotta knock that tall grass down before you walk through them, bro. Leave you like you go to first America. I am from the land of America. You hear the Moor in it? We the Moors, bro. America. We the Moors, bro.
This nigga
You a
here.
Moor, black man.
Come get your homeboy.
You deaf, dumb, and blind. You been hit over the head, nigga. America.
Come get your homeboy.
You hear that? They been trying to tell you the whole time.
Come get your homeboy, man.
I am from the looking ass nigga.
Was also right? Named after the Chickasaw, the Hopi, the Apache, Alabama.
It's cool.
Great Elohim.
I'm sitting here like in this place, bro, like in a car. Like then I got out to take some pictures, and I was like,
"You do with that when you pull that back, we can shoot nails with that. You can shoot nails with that motherfucker." But some, you know, that was still, and what we. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Down here, bro, shit far. Shit too far. When you was young, you can walk down there, ride bikes or something. Shit went that far when you was young. Nigga be traveling like a motherfucker. Nigga spend the whole day traveling, especially them summer times. See, I'm from Texas. They call it the Bayou City back in the game. We used to walk the bayous. We used to walk the bayous, man, and have to cross. You know, they'll have like a big ass like pipe, nigga, that connect from one side to the other. And we'll walk that bitch. Little kids, nigga, man, hey, you nigga, if our mom and them knew we was walking across motherfucking pipes, nigga, across big old ass bodies of water, and if you can't keep up, they'll leave you. Like you go the first times, and the older dudes, they'll be like, bro, you can't come. Because they didn't want to be held up. We made our own weapons, and I think I said this before. Back then, we used to make like slingshot guns, right? So you would get a stick, like a regular like 2x4 stick or something, or you can use a nice size, not them hollow joints, but some that was stiff. And what we'll do is you get a clothespin, you'll get a balloon, we'll get a balloon, and you get your rubber band tied on there. You can use the clothespin on some, or you can use the balloon. We used to make our own.
Yeah, the
We'll cut
rubber
the
band
top off
with
of like a 2-liter soda bottle. You'll cut the top off a 2-liter soda bottle, and then you'll tie your balloon on there with the rubber band, and then you'll put your little rock inside the rubber band, and it'll shoot through and you shoot that bitch through there. That was a way. With the stick in the clothes pin, what we'll do with that, when you pull that back, we can shoot nails with that. You can shoot nails with that motherfucker. So the rent office, y'all know when they like putting up they roofing or something like that. And we'll steal all the nails and shit. We'll steal the nails and use them for like bullets. Because when you walk in the bayous, they got like deer and shit. And they got like big animals. They got snakes and shit back there. We catching turtles. You know what I'm saying? If we see like especially like baby turtles, soft shell turtles, motherfucking you know what I'm saying? Snapper turtles or something, especially the babies. We'll catch them hoes, and you bring your little bags and shit just in case. You know what I'm saying? We moving forward. But yeah, we brought the sticks and shit. You know how you got to knock that tall grass down before you walk through them? Bro, ain't nobody teach us how to do that shit. We
We learned that shit just by going out there in the woods. And shit, nigga ain't turning around. You too far to turn around. It gets scarier when you turn around, nigga. You really get the, you know what I'm saying? Like your first time seeing snakes, first time you seeing motherfucking family of deer hop out on you and shit, raccoons and armadillos and shit like that. Like, you know, back then we used to call it Banjo Billy. I took it personal. Honey, they be in ancient time, nigga. Yeah, them niggas, they get to the 1800, nigga, they be thinking they in ancient time, ancient days, nigga. I got back 1800, nigga. Shit, yeah. You know why they be feeling like that? Because they been told all their life that it's impossible to go back. You know what I'm saying? You make it to the 1800, yeah, nigga, you did good. You did good, brother. I'm gonna be honest. Cause some niggas ain't even look. That part. And if you was really serious about it, nigga, you'll get even further than that. Cause your ancestors help you do your genealogy. But you know, old folks, they don't like a lot of bullshit. They don't like bullshit people. They don't like lazy niggas. You know, and so who orchestrated this? All right, let's get to the good shit. We're going to talk about more about, I call them pops. We're gonna talk more about pops. Shout out to Urban. Yeah, we seen gators. Man, we seen gators. Man, everything in that water. Cause you know, the bayous, the aqueducts and shit, the Tagapot, they built them. But then you connect the Port of Houston, which is connected to the Gulf. So yeah, you see them alligators out there. Even when it flood in Houston, you might have a gator sighting. Tomorrow. Because they say I didn't do a good job.
Now, well dressed. They were trying to impress the Africans that they were.
Who is that? There go his homeboy right there, huh? There go Leonard Jeffries. Smell like white boy money, don't they? Smell like white Hebrew money. This old TOPCATZ, y'all. I don't. I mean, can you smell him? Can you smell the white boy money on these niggas? Demon time. Look at Leonard. Leonard fucking all them hoes. Let me not say that. Chill out. Look at Leonard like say that young nigga there, man. Young Leonard.
People sent by the gods. And when the King Asa, refused to buy the Bible story that they're coming to civilize him, he was forced to buy the gun story. Mm-hmm. And they forced their way in. First, they were looking for gold. And almost for 200 years, this is the headquarters of the gold trade. This is why this part of Africa was once called the Gold Coast. People forget that Ghana still has a high quantity of gold. But this is the first large holding station for slaves.
Somebody say they backyard full of
the Dutch have had it, Portuguese have had it, finally the British took it over. I forgot what Pan-African. The British were late coming into the slave trade, but they came in furious and they organized it and made it a business.
Look at David Taylor. David Taylor, you say any goddamn thing. That nigga say little just look like ODB.
Almost like gangsters in the city. One group of gangsters, the west side, one the east side, and they don't interfere with each other unless they want trouble. Once the British established themselves, they were the bosses of the whole slave trade. They put slave stock on the British Stock Exchange. There are 46 of these folks, depending on doing the counting.
Hey, this y'all OG, ain't it? This the nigga y'all gonna go get, huh? This the big homie.
And if 36 are in Ghana, that tells you what the headquarters of the slave trade was. Slaves were brought from all over West Africa to Ghana for resale. And then they trekked from the hinterlands to the coast. Sometimes 7 out of 10 died in passage. This also indicates that you never get a correct statistic on what Africa laws.
Uh-oh. Y'all heard the OG. He said you'll never get a correct statistic on the slave trade. He said 7 out of 10 would be lost during the passage. Now a lot of niggas was dying on that shit. Cause even when niggas was trying to get from America to Liberia and these and Sierra Leone, a lot of people died. Going. Everybody couldn't handle them oceans like that.
And
so,
Henry told us.
Weak immune system ass niggas out there. You niggas can't even walk through the house without no socks on. Yeah, nose gonna get to running.
His
weak immune ass nigga.
He say any goddamn.
Nah, but y'all heard him though. Ghana is where all of this slave shit they talking about, is where all the gold they talking about, all these resources. This supposed to because you gotta understand, you had now first off, y'all heard him say for 200 years that was, it was about the gold. Bro, them folks ain't know nothing about Africa. We're gonna bring governors on the stand because when the companies, the companies that when they established the companies, the president of the company would basically be like the governor. He the nigga that's overseeing the company there. The governors knew nothing about Africa. They didn't even come outside. Couldn't come outside. And because far as I could see, it was just jungle. Wasn't no civilization. You niggas better stop talking like y'all had civilization. You niggas was swinging from trees in Africa with a bone in your nose. You heard that, white boy. Niggas ain't leave out of the motherfucking fort because it went nowhere to go. It went nothing but jungle. You niggas ain't had no civilization. Stop capping. I want an African to prove the civilization, nigga, and you niggas, unless y'all was trapping out of huts, the king must have a hut too.
Pray for him, y'all. Just pray for him.
Who lived through it and who died
pray
in the midst of it. Maybe a larger number died than went on the ships. And Adu Boyan, in an article called The Impact of Slavery on West Africa, proved that.
Hey, make sure we're on that like button. Make sure we're on that like button. Make sure we're sharing the video out.
But where we are, Cape Coast, the Cape Coast area.
Cape Coast?
Is the basic home of the Fantic people. They have always been the intellects of Ghana and the petitioners and the constitution makers. The difficulty with the Nkrumah failed to recognize this. Otherwise, they could have helped a great deal towards stabilizing his government. But this is, neither here nor right now, but once you understand the dimensions of this fort, understand that the luxurious apartments on top of it, and that men calling themselves Christians lived in these apartments while the greatest misery ever inflicted on the people was happening, like one flight below. If you look in
the copper, tell them they better go get that book. What book is? She said, I read this in your book last night. What book? The Indian Bible.
The Indian Bible. I'm not black. I'm Indian. The miseducation of black Americans. You can get it on BigTVUniversity.com or you can get it on Amazon.
Inside, you see a ladder going up to the quarters of the slave captains. That was called the ladder of shame.
I'm gonna skip through
Africa.
some of this.
I don't want to get too much up, but this community of mixed breeds, if they're not going into the interior and they're only staying on the coast, and they're building up this community of mixed breeds throughout these years, whatever happened to these people? Are they in the same class system as the people that are gonna later come in the interior parts or after the scramble of Africa? What's really going on? We're gonna walk and talk tomorrow.
To the everlasting credit of the mixed breeds and the descendants in Ghana, none of them ever turned against their mother's people in favor of their European fathers' people. In fact,
So y'all niggas don't want to. I thought nobody didn't want to talk about no black European raw bloodlines in Africa. We're going to Ghana. We are going to Ghana. Who are these mixed breed ass niggas? Because he said they ain't never turned on their mama people in them for their European dad in them. And niggas running around America talking about they ain't got no, they full-blooded Americans.
Hey, y'all know who I want to give a shout out to? City. Sarah Suit City. Hey, look out, Ra. Ra, if you want a better understanding, I can always drop the link, big homie. So if you want a better understanding, I can drop the link. We can have a conversation. Too tall in the building. What up, though? Boom. Push off. What I was just saying. Nigga made me fuck my thought of, Sarasuka City, right? So y'all see the Native Americans have come out and said that they are the originators of soul food. And said he made a video, saying, nigga, y'all don't know nothing about no yam. And he said, some people call it barbecue, or grilling or something. Said he called it barbecue. That's what we call it down here. It's barbecue, nigga. We finna barbecue. He said, y'all don't know nothing about no damn barbecue, no macaroni cheese, no yam, no greens. And then he said, y'all better stop acting like it wasn't black people in America already. Black people were the first people in America. Shout out to Sarah Super City. I'm happy. See, said he did a lecture about a month ago, and I said, oh, he a researcher. Even if you don't say nothing, there's a lot of people researching this shit. Because first, somebody want to be the hero and say, I proved this shit wrong, right? We ain't found him yet. We ain't found that nigga yet. Yeah, shit, from 8 to 80, nigga. We ain't found him yet. The nigga that can come save this shit to say that this shit wrong. We ain't found him yet. But as people are looking to find it wrong, they're finding out that it was actually true. So, what homie in my chat? What the Egyptian guy at? Lil Egypt. Okay, Lil Egypt say drop the link for sure. Bet that. Bet that up. Hold on, y'all. Let me get a little work. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this link down here. Boom. All right, there you go. Armin Raw. Come on up, brother Armin Raw. While he doing that, we gonna let Pops keep talking. I called John Henry Clark Pops. I probably listened to so many hours on him. Top Cat, why is he your favorite scholar? Uh, because he knew what he knew. What he knew, and then he had a similar task. He was ordained with a task of creating this African history, quote unquote, with quotes on that bitch, untold, hidden African history. But see, even as an elder, you know what I mean, he had to make it true. He had to bring this out to a population. That's why the whole United States wasn't on Pan African shit. A lot of niggas wouldn't own it. A lot of niggas didn't know it. You feel me? It was foreign to a lot of people. But it was Clark, Jeffries, because they created the African studies for niggas together. Uh that was under the likes of African Studies President Melville Hershkovich. Woo! Can we talk about it? What Armin Raw at? Armin Raw, where you at, family? Holding the show up. Let's go, let's go. Get a move on it. Let's work. Yeah, the story that they told us was a lie, but all of it wasn't no lie, nigga. That's why you got to do your genealogy and find out where the fuck you stand in the story. Yeah, little Rick. We love Rick. Dr. Clark, shit, was working with them people. Y'all, the information. He don't mean it. All the information is not social engineering. You got to be able to chew the meat and spit out the bone. You feel me? But if you don't know no better, or if you don't have that eye, you know what I'm saying, you won't be able to do it. And so, some niggas don't have the bars or the scholarships. They just say, well, throw the whole thing away. Nah, nigga, I got you, niggas. Cause the niggas say I ain't do good last time, nigga, so I took it personal. I'm finna burn Gunner down then, nigga.
One of them, Keisler Hayforth, a descendant of that group, is the political architect of Ghanaian politics in the 20th century. And one of them, a descendant of mixed breed, is now president of Ghana. But of all the games that has been played, he never played the color game. And that's to his credit, whatever, not to his credit, that is to his credit.
Hold on. So with the Ghana and that population he was talking about, while we're waiting on our Egyptian brother, let's do this. Well, yeah, famo. Goddamn, boy, I say, well, yeah, there, famo. Two seconds. I just had this something. Where you just, goddamn. Hold on, because I just had it. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go to the back. I just had it. I had it pulled up, ready to go. Oh, here we go. Hey, what's up, Armin Raw? Alright. He ain't talking about nothing.
Fort Williams was in Anamabu, and
He ain't talking about nothing. Come on up, brother.
the
I'm
English
cool
would
with this.
establish this here was for
We're
King
gonna just have
Charles.
a
You know,
civilized
had some
conversation.
skirmishes with the French
You
and
had a
the
question, I
situation
just
with the
rather you
French. After
ask
that
up
situation,
here.
everybody passed. They ended up
Better have
building
you type.
Anamabu. All right, there they go. And here they'll create what you call Gold Coast Euro Africans, Black Europeans, and Africans. Gold Coast Euro Africans were historical demographic based in the coastal urban settlements in colonial Ghana that arose from unions between European men and African women from the late 15th century to the decade between 1471 and 1482 until the mid 20th century, 1957, when Ghana attained its independence. In the period, different geographic areas of the Gold Coast were politically controlled in various times by the Portuguese, Germans, Swedes, Danes, Dutch, and British. There are also records of merchants of other European nationalities such as Spaniards, French, Italians, and Irish operating along the coast. In addition to the American settlers and the traders from New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. All right, they all went out there fucking on them African women, even niggas coming out them upper colonies, New York niggas, Rhode Island niggas, all you niggas was over there too, fucking on them women in the Gold Coast.
Yeah, they don't tell you that part. Nah, Chief, they don't tell them that part. Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Philadelphia niggas. What y'all doing over there with them Europeans, nigga, on the Gold Coast? Fucking on them women. They call them Euro African, them the mixed breeds. These are the ones that are on the coast. So if you're being brought there from somewhere else, you're only going to the coast. There's already niggas out the upper colonies over there who you know, families and shit, because them merchant families names ran deep. And if you had that surname, you probably came from one of them type shit. Hold on. Can't give y'all too much. This platinum pack shit. You gotta go get a platinum pack to get this shit. But we're gonna work a little bit till my buddy get up here, man, my commission brother. What are we doing here? 219. Come on, family. Don't play on me. What's up? Is he back there? Oh, you lied to me. Give my link back, fam. You lied to me. Give my link back, fam. You lied to me. You said you was coming up. Where you at? Now we have a rule over here, bro. I have to block you. And I apologize, brother. But if you interrupt class and we gotta stop for you for nothing, yeah, you gotta go, fam. Brother Ramesu. And you probably be a good brother, man. Uh but yeah, it's all good. Yeah, my joint tripped out on me over here. But boom, we'll bounce over here. Back what we was doing. We'll go back to what we was doing. Yeah, you fuck up the class, you gotta go to the principal office. We just gonna go ahead on to get you out of here, man. Yeah. I know. Hold on, okay, he back. So why is it showing like
these
this?
Black Europeans.
Hold on, y'all. Let me go out and come back in. See, this what happened when I did that Stone Mountain video. Well, my quality ain't come out right.
on with it, buddy. All right, Mike check. Hold on. Yeah. What's up with it, A1? Mike check. Hold on. Let me mute these other joints. Can you hear me? You on mute. You in. We can hear you.
You can hit. Hold up.
Damn, I'm trying to
Damn, I'm
find
trying
what
to find
window
what
open
window
this talk.
open this talk. Hold up.
Mike check. Hey, drop a one if y'all can hear me. Mike check, Mike check.
Nah, man, I'm in now, man. Peace, peace, peace.
Turn up, you got it.
Nah, I was just that Stone Mountain joint was heavy, man. I definitely I wanted to go back. Probably about when the last time Red Pill and them went. They went probably like around like the early like
2022.
2012. Huh?
You going back way back then. I thought you were talking about Bro Rich. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They do one that I think this is like the third time they've been there though. But nah, that shit was heavy though. I definitely commend you and BCU for representing, man. That shit was heavy, man. Regardless of if niggas hating, and like you said, it ain't even about like the other fashions or the other like it was Pan Africans dead, nigga Billy Carson and all these other. It wasn't even about that shit. Cause Stone Mountain is a representation of the Aborigines or Indians in America. That's our shit. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody gonna get the energy, we the ones that need to get the energy. So no, I definitely commend BCU. I seen the video. That shit was dope. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
it's real. Nah, shit. It was. And it wasn't about what people. I think a lot of people was focused on getting up that goddamn mountain rather than what I'm saying banging. But nah, it was a good feeling, man. I ain't never gonna forget it. I ain't gonna lie.
My shit was dope. I would have did the same thing, like help the people up the mountains and shit, man. I was, what I'm saying. I definitely like, a lot of motherfuckers be hating and shit, man. I ain't got time to be hating. I gotta, I'm not a traveler like that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely commend the brothers in the community who do travel. I'm scared of planes. You already know that. But I definitely appreciate the brothers sisters
Man, they got
representing.
melatonin gummies for that shit now. Put you to sleep on the plane, man. You take two.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Yeah.
look. I don't really drink. I was drinking wine a little while ago, but I kind of backed up off that shit though. But if I get on there, I'm gonna have to take a couple shots, man, to put me down.
Oh well, shit, nigga, they got wine on the plane.
Nah, I'm not. Hey,
Man, they
look, I
got
already
Shake Shack
know.
on there now. You can order Shake Shack burgers on, or you vegan or some shit. But
Nah, I
nah, they
ain't
got
vegan.
they
I
got
ain't.
they
I'm.
got spirits on that motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I know that. I just ain't like all that shit that been going. But I'm a definitely jump on one because I gotta start traveling, start hitting some spots. Um, but nah, definitely, I definitely respect that. You know what I'm saying? And brother Sanchez, he was hating on that shit at first, but I guess when you came up there, he ain't really hate like that, but he was hating on that shit, like you know what I'm saying. But it is what it is, man.
Sanchez, it's always been like cool with Sanchez. I think his problem probably was with Billy Carson though. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
did a
yeah. He
few
don't like
other
Billy.
things, but I really think it was toward Billy, and Billy don't bang the flat earth, so you
Oh
know
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah. You right.
yeah.
You ain't say nothing to him when you seen him.
Who Billy?
Yeah.
Nah, I greeted him. He patted me on the back first, Then I greeted him, but he knew who I was. That tripped me out. You know what I'm saying?
He just seen you on Brother Rick's channel, so he
Yeah.
already, you know what I'm saying? He know, you know what I'm saying? You should have asked that nigga about them fucking I'm talking about the emerald tablets and shit. Why he don't never mention that the emerald tablets is found in the pyramids of South America? He don't
Well,
never
shit,
mention.
to be honest, you really couldn't ask nothing because he had a big ass crowd getting pictures. Man, there was so many people. Shit, I had a crowd. I'm turning here to there to here. I'm signing autographed the Morris Brother book. He had so many autographs in that motherfucker already. And I think Taj Tariq Bey helped edit it or something, but his name on the bottom of it. So yeah, he
Oh, all
put
right.
edited or something. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but he had I seen that. That's it. Damn, that's dope for pages. He had autographs on his shit.
Bro, it was a lot of people there. I seen that shit. I mean, I heard the video when you was talking about the go point 4.4 miles and shit. That shit was like 3 hours. I said, damn. I
Man,
said,
I drove the wrong way. It's a 2-lane highway. I went on the wrong side of the road and punched that motherfucker.
yeah, yeah,
Time it said when they used to take Farrakhan, the minister, they used to go out with the minister. That's what they do. They quick and fast. You know what I'm saying? They running red lights, stop signs, everything. Motorcade coming to that bitch like the president.
yeah.
Yeah, I had them Indians. They blocked me out for up front, put their hazards on. I just punched that bitch till I got all the way up there to the front where they was at. Got in front of them.
Nah,
Shit.
y'all was deep. Definitely. Like I said, I ain't man. Listen, my nigga. If a person gonna go represent, cause I was looking at, I heard about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, I be working so fucking much. So I don't really be having time to do too much. But definitely I seen y'all enjoy yourself. So that's what's up, man. I definitely commend y'all, you know what I'm saying, BCU for going representing for the Indian because it was Hebrews, Moors,
Right, right.
fucking Africans, and ain't nobody besides, red pill and blue pill, they fuck with both. They fuck with Moors and Indians. So you know what I'm saying? They about the
Bro
only
Rich too, shit, King Simon say, after chopping it up, he went and got his books on the Arawak, because when he was young, his auntie told him that they were Arawak. So now King Simon, he went and got his books, it's admixtures, but that part, that's the part he trying to learn about it. And he research. So Bro Rich found his South Carolina roots, and they indigenous. So man, it's a journey. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You've been in this shit for a minute, man. It's a journey.
Yeah, yeah. And then like, that Pan African shit, man, that, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the slaves and everything. And that's why it's kind of imperative. See, I just heard when you was talking to George Macon, he couldn't understand black slave owners. He don't understand it.
Who
You know what I'm
George?
saying? Yeah, he don't
George get it.
nah, he don't really he was
And
kind
see,
of saying
George,
like
people come from where your people come from.
mm-hmm.
See, that's what brought him around to it. When he found his family down there in Georgia, down there, where your people then was, and then
My
he
people
found
from Cuspic and Macon. Yeah, Cuspic and
okay,
Macon.
shit, and that nigga named George Macon.
Make exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. You right.
he
You
found
right.
these people them down there, and they still down there, and shit. It took him like 4-5 years, but so he know about the red stick, the white sticks. He know about the wars, how they started. He know when the cotton boom happened, and he know that it was the indigenous people working the land. And he come from the Pan African paradigm, but
I'm,
that
man,
wasn't
all them niggas converting to TOPCATZ. It
But
ain't
that's
like
when
this
they
shit.
jumped in the conversation last night. Like, nah, hold on, nah, that wasn't that. It was niggas did this to us. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
white. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so now George on it now, and that's because he found his family down there, and where your people them from,
I
and
got Robert E. Lee. Look, Robert E. Lee is one of my ancestors, nigga.
Robert E. Lee, yeah,
Robert E. Lee. My family from the South, last name is Lee. My father family last name is Lee.
man, you'll have a good conversation with Judge Joe Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him, we talked. It was kind of brief, but we had the conversation, and we went in the Robert E. Lee family, George Washington family. That was a good bill. He gonna tell you Robert E. Lee was a nigga. He gonna go into his daddy, all of that. So yeah, that was a good conversation that I had with him. But
And West Albert Pike was a mulatto. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nathan Bedford Forrest, he was a nigga. Albert Pike was a mulatto.
shit,
A
all
lot
the
of
kids Nathan Bedford had in Tennessee, it's a what they call it, the board. It was something. It's a Democratic Party, and they wrote in the newspaper by him. So he went to this black church, and this lady gave him some roses, and they right in there talking about he accepting them and he falling out the plan, really trying to get him pushed out the way because he was showing so much love. But the niggas that fought with him was killers. They was
well,
niggas. Them
and
niggas
them niggas,
want him to
but
crack.
hey, look, hey Top, look, them niggas is the ones who created the Bureau, and they created the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the KKK, and the Democrat Party. You
And
know what
you
I'm
know
saying?
the reason why they did that? Because now they're dealing in Indian territory. Everything after that Civil War, you in Indian territory. You did cross the Mississippi. So all of that was classified as Indian territory,
Yeah,
except for parts of Louisiana.
yeah. And a lot of people don't understand that. When you say a lot of these people was black, that shit blow people mind. People don't understand that. They don't understand. Like, I remember I did the video when I was asking my peoples about Jesse James, and you was like, yeah, he was black. Your
Yeah,
people said he was black. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
people don't understand that. They don't.
Family was abolitionists.
Yeah, yeah. But they came from the white slavery side. See, it's another factor to this shit dealing with that. You know, the condition of the mother, the condition of the child. So we know, even dealing with a lot of even dealing with the Civil War, right? The Civil War, a lot of them was mulattoes, and see, we thinking mulattoes could be just white looking people, but no, mulattoes is also dark skinned people.
Mulatto can be a different Indian tribe.
That
Nigga,
too, yeah.
yeah. If you mix with a nigga coming out the north and you from the south or a different port, cause they was different countries. My
Mm-hmm.
next lecture, I'm gonna bring all that out. I'm on my way to England, so I'm finna be out there. I'm finna go get all the footage for my next lecture. But the like you were saying though, yeah, different Indian shit mix can be a mulatto. Mulatto was just mixed, so
Mm-hmm.
the nigga could have. But we're gonna find out that a lot of these European countries, what they talking about in history, they writing about, is actually right under our feet. And
That's right. That's a fact. That's a fact. We already know that we already know Europeans or the YT Europeans are not from Europe. They not from there. They was bought there. Because there's nowhere in the world you could tell me that all of the civilization was ran by niggas and these people just allowed them to come in. No, these people were slaves. These people was took there. They was took in there. And whatever, when it's dealing with the Catholicism or dealing with Christianity and the Protestants, some of the Protestants, I ain't gonna say all of them, but some of them, we know that them people is the ones that freed them. Just like even in Texas, a lot of them mestizos, they were slaves. And when that Texas war happened, they freed a lot of them people. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
those that fought on their side, you had so the upper class, a lot of them was mixed. So after Napoleon and them came through there, did their thing, and they started the independence, the revolutions, the mixed races switched sides and came over with the indigenous population. After they won, they wanted that certain status still over them, so they had took them to war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it was 1824 or something like that. They
Did you find any
free.
research when you was talking about Napoleon that Napoleon was Toussaint? Because you know Toussaint middle name was Napoleon.
Nah, I
Like,
did, but
and that hat, look, that hat that's in the I think it's in the British Museum, Napoleon hat. That's the same hat that Toussaint wore. The whole outfit, the whole uniform, they were saying that that was Toussaint uniform. But Toussaint middle name is Napoleon.
see, I can pull my genealogy up and show Napoleon in there. So I got so much. I got a whole thing with nothing but links from him, his brother, they families. Cause what made me trip out, I'm going through South Philly, driving through South Philly, and it's a historical marker of Joseph Bonaparte. And I'm like, damn, that's my kinfolk. Stop, I need a picture of that. So I'm like, what the fuck he doing up here? So I go to looking. He got a house in Philadelphia and a house in Delaware that's still standing. That Joseph. So I'm like, damn, these niggas kicking it up here. But then, further research showed me what they was doing up there and where they was actually coming from. But his wife, Joseph Bonaparte wife, they admit that she black. Now, if you look at the 20th century sources, but go back to the 1800 sources, 1818 and 1826, those sources tell you exactly what color the Bonaparte's family was. Yeah, but I
Mm-hmm.
got links and links and links on that. Yeah, they was niggas. But now I never found the Toussaint part. But I know like Sherman in the war, his middle name was Tecumseh. Sherman, that did the special field order, came under. Yeah,
Yeah.
what was his name? Howard T. Sherman, something like that. But the T stand for Tecumseh.
Yeah, it's a lot of rich history up in Philly. Philly was like it was like a hub for like, you know what I'm saying, like how New York was or New Amsterdam, right? And
Right.
Philly was the same thing and Washington, DC. And we wonder why these are like historical black towns because it was a lot of business and a lot of politics going on in them areas. You know what I'm saying?
But those
So
were the governing bodies was at.
that's
You
right.
when they talk about governments, that was the governments up there.
That's a fact, yeah.
I see. I don't want to talk too much because I'm about to go to these places. I'm on my way to go get the pictures in the footage. I'm talking about making a lecture. I might just make it a documentary because I've been doing this since January last year. Everywhere that I
Oh,
was,
when you go through like real talk, them same buildings that's in Mexico, when you go in certain places in New York, like I was just in New York probably about like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was showing my girl the red clay buildings.
yeah,
A lot of that shit is made out of red clay, right? A lot of the bricks, the red bricks are made out of red clay. And you see all of that shit up in Philadelphia. And even in Baltimore. When I went to Baltimore,
yeah,
now I travel local like that, but you know what I'm saying? I travel local, but I don't really, you know what I'm saying, as far as jumping on the plane and shit, I ain't, I leave that shit up to you. I leave that shit up to you, word up. But like in Philadelphia, New York, Baltimore, Washington, DC, certain parts of Virginia, because DC is technically Maryland. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them places, like even when we went down to Baltimore, when I was in Baltimore, I was looking, Baltimore got a lot of historical
yeah.
buildings. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like we said, Philadelphia.
Baltimore, them niggas, they were fucking with the stewards.
Yeah.
And see, it was a lot of hitters came out of there, Delaware. Delaware got a lot of rich history too. But
Mm-hmm.
New
Yeah.
England is super popping with history. But like you said, Jersey, Philly, Boston, all of these places go crazy. New York, when the Dutch came in, Manhattan, and what was that, 1624 Peter Minute, you had southern part of Manhattan though, which is a medieval town that was they really hadn't been set. They were mostly out for agriculture and things like that. And the Dutch had problems with them. You know what they called what their place was called? Harlem, New York. Today
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
called Harlem, New York. Back then it
Mm-hmm.
was called Harlem,
Yeah.
Amsterdam, New Netherlands. But now that motherfucker called Harlem, New York. Yeah, they always had problems with them niggas down there, but Harlem was rich history all the way back to the medieval time. I'm getting up a little too much, but it's all good though. But yeah, it took them a while to get Harlem. I'll say that. Harlem, they was a part of a empire, that they set on, that they had allegiance with, who was gonna help them fight. And yeah, they were no pushovers. That Harlem is ancient. A lot of these
They
cities,
got a Negro burial ground all the way uptown, bro. Like they got one down in Wall Street, and they got another one
yeah, I want
uptown.
to see that one by Wall Street. I want to go to that one. In that
That,
rock.
but that shit was called. It was first Negro burial ground, and then they changed it to African. And then even when you look at the actual area that they was in, the motherfucking the Indian is black with a feather crown on.
Yeah, I wanna go get a picture of that. I wanna stand by that motherfucker.
Yeah, they changed. I mean, well, they did a remix single with a lot of stuff, but like I said, man, shout out to Peace to the Gods, Peace to the Gods. Definitely shout out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? You always been 100,
Nah, that's
regardless of.
real.
So I definitely appreciate seeing BCU. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't look. I'm in this shit for the people, man. And whoever going further the information, I'm definitely supporting them 100%, bro. Because it ain't even about the information. If I bring something to the table, a little small part, and you can elaborate on it, I ain't got no problem with that shit, man. I'm at the point in time right now where I'm tired of like going back and forth with the Jerry Springer shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real though.
I respect the information, bro. I respect the information, and that's all I've ever been in this shit for. I've never been in this shit for no clout. You know what I'm saying? I've been in this shit for the people because I seen us having a disservice, even with us being the classifications that we got. So whoever can add to the conversation and teach the people, I don't got time to do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, that's what this shit is. This shit about passing the torch to the next person. And the next person could go further. When you know what I'm saying? At first, it was just the observation that we was here. And now you got to kind of break down the information and break down the history and break down the people, and the people got to do their genealogy. So, definitely shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to BCU. Definitely shout out to you, Top Cat. You know what I'm saying? It always been love. And I ain't been over here in a while though, man. But like I said, I've been ripping and running this shit, man, trying to get this bread up and everything. So definitely shout out to everybody who got time, because I trust and believe this shit is not easy, bro. Doing research and being able to put the puzzle back together, it's not easy. And it's one person cannot do this shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Not at all. And that's why I felt good, like coming together, like even though niggas didn't was in different denominations coming together, and nobody brought none of that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And we was all one. It's like you can get so much shit done. I always say, man, anything can be done as long as you got the right people. So you just need the right people, man. Like you say, the Jerry Springer shit. That shit
That
just
shit is a
absurd,
distraction.
man. That's
That
some
shit is a
that's
distraction
some
because
kid
it's,
shit.
bro.
Taking away from the people that's actually coming. Like that's a
Yeah.
disservice to the people. You feel me?
Yo.
In the way. You feel me? You really in the way. moving somebody forward, and but long as people entertain it, niggas gonna show you what their purpose is off the moves that they make. So and the decisions. So, but I just mind my business, man. You know, and
And that,
just
you
show
know what? And that's
you.
growth though. See, that's growth, realizing that, nigga, we in the same. This ain't no competition, nigga. This shit, like, when you relinquish what you doing, it's gonna be somebody else that come up. And they might go a little further than you from your research. They might take your research further than you took it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how this shit is supposed to be. This shit ain't supposed to be no going back and forth, arguing, nigga.
That's
We
wasting
all in the
time.
same. Yeah, this shit is a waste of fucking time, bro. It's too much. Bro, listen, if you focus on that type of shit, you never gonna get no work done. You know what I'm
It's
saying? So,
impossible to get some work done if that's the vibration you want too. Like, want
mm-hmm.
something if you coming off a low vibration. Why
Yup.
we need to be taking this in? But then there's people in the chat who just loyal to the Sawyer and gonna ride with you, and then you just take them on a crash mission, on the going nowhere fast mission, and that shit they'll take years out of niggas like that. Niggas can't get back, and it's like guys start looking at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way that some niggas can get their shit off and get a crowd, and niggas that'll entertain it. Then they gonna continue it. But the sister say, Top Cat, I was told that John D. Rockefeller and Jesse James were the same person. Also
Mm-hmm.
stated by Dick Gregory. Well, Dick Gregory say in Missouri, his family used to work for the James family.
Mm-hmm.
And he said they was niggas. They robbed banks. He said they changed their name to the Rockefellers.
Yup. That's a fact. And look, and they was part of the Knights of Golden Circle, which was a branch, the military branch of the KKK. And I'm actually doing a bill, but this shit is just taking a long time for me to get this shit done. Cause life, dealing with life on life term. But even when you deal with Pretty Boy Floyd went down to Boley, Oklahoma, and he robbed the First National Bank, and niggas killed him. They try to make it seem like the feds killed. No, niggas killed him. He
Yeah,
tried to run in the bank down there.
Bowley, one of the oldest towns down there.
Yup,
That
yup.
was Cowboy Central. It
But
was to
it
kill a
was 50 of them. See, even when we get into Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Boley, a lot of people don't understand. It was 50 what we
yeah, they
considered.
just called them the main ones because they had heavy hitters everywhere, but Bowley and the Cowboy, how dangerous it was, how profitable it was. It was a dangerous place. It was a lot of the Wild West heroes. A lot of them niggas went through Bowley and got a name because that was the most dangerous niggas was at.
hmm And Boley was a very rich town,
Yeah,
and how they how
education, everything.
everything, and the crazy thing is when I like I said, I'm doing a bill on black bank owners and black businesses and shit, right? So the lady who established, now they trying to say that she got land, her father was a Creek Indian, and her father gave her the land to start off Boley. Now we know from looking at Boley and even looking at the structures and looking at how long, look, think about it. How long would it took for people to establish all of that civilization that's down there and all of them? Like I said, it's 50 towns in Oklahoma. It's not just Tulsa and Boley. There's
Right,
48 other towns that people is not even talking about.
right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
the literacy, the read and write, and arithmetic, the literacy down there was over 90% of them knew how to read and write. They were very educated people, very organized people. They believed in building governments because even after the 1866 treaty, when a lot of them was in Oklahoma, they were living on their land. They had their own government, their own police. So we reading in history about the Creek Light Horse and shit like that. All these was niggas. That was their
Mm-hmm.
own police force. That ain't have nothing to do with these other people calling themselves Creek. That's bullshit because they're gonna actually go to war with them people. That wasn't them, and they are the Lighthorse. They are the Creek police that ran through New Orleans. Most of them was vets from the war.
You ever heard of Ottawa? Gurley.
Gurley, where you from?
He from He the one that established. They claim because you already know they doing a remix single with our history, but they claim he bought 40 acres of land, right? They say built a grocery store, and they said also he was instrumental in developing an area that will become the Greenwood
Oh
neighborhood of Tulsa.
yeah, yeah.
So but they saying that his network was worth 150,000 at the time or whatever. But he is one of the key components when they say talk about Tulsa. Now we know these towns are not like they gonna go back and say that, oh yeah, niggas got out of slavery, niggas built these towns. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Get
up
the
to us,
money.
huh?
Where they get the money to build it?
That's what I'm trying to
Because
say,
when they
bro.
moved in there, they building up whole neighborhoods. Then everybody got houses and cars and tailored and man, these niggas was together so bad that when the Black Brotherhood, which is a Pan African organization by Cecil, nigga come out the islands, when they came through there 2 months before Tulsa burned down, they created a different section, like a different strip with businesses on there, and they put black faces in there, but it was white money backing it. Secret society shit. But they had a secret society in Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody bought from them. So like that boycott type shit, nobody bought from them. And that's the part that's left out of that Tulsa story that they tried to use black faces to bring in all that money that them niggas was making down there, try to cut them out, and they were so organized nobody bought anything outside of them. So yeah, they had to take them down.
Yeah, and that, but yeah, you know what the common story is. Even like I heard you say something earlier about what the fuck, South Carolina. Is it South Carolina? Yeah, it is South Carolina. What's the town of South Carolina, man, that they created the not the Racial Integrity Act, oh my God.
Negro, the Negro 1740 Negro Act.
No, not the Negro Act. We talk about in South Carolina now. We talk about when they went down there and burnt up South Carolina and they created that oh my God, I can't think of it right now.
The
But
Civil War, which war?
the war that took place in I'm sorry, in South Carolina. In South Carolina, well, is it in South Carolina or is it Carolina?
Oh, you talking about Wilmington, North Carolina?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yeah, I got
Exactly. Yeah, Wilmington, North Carolina. And even when they, you know what I'm saying, when they go into the not
a
the
lot of them
racial,
people came up north to New York and New Jersey.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of them people migrated up there, but they was stupid rich down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they always like even like when we talk about Tulsa, they talk about how a black man that was on the elevator looked at a white girl. See, a lot of them stories they created, like even the shit that Puff going through with that what's
Cassie,
what
yeah,
what what's the charge he just got charged with, the Mann Act, right?
man, that yeah,
The Mann Act was to pretty much punish white women for sleeping with black men. You know what I'm saying? But because at that point in time, they was trying to keep the race pure. And they was trying to bleach back out. So they was trying to make sure that white men was able to sleep with white women. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they outlawed it and made these certain laws to where black men
segregated people, yeah.
is exactly. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit, man. It's listen, man. The history is definitely rich. But I'm quite sure you're gonna definitely do something on it. Let me see something real quick. Cause I got a little bit of shit, but it's a lot of history, man. And like I said, one person can't do it, man. You know what I'm saying? You, like I said, it's Top Cat now, but in a couple of years, it's gonna be somebody else that's gonna step up and gonna put the pieces to the puzzle to where you already added certain things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us came in, we probably didn't go as far as some other people, but at the end of the day, everybody did their part. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and that's what it's about, man. This
This
shit ain't
shit
a
brick by brick, man. It's
yeah.
just that's how you build. It's brick by brick. Ain't no other way to do the masonry work. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about Freemason, but shit. Yeah, it's brick for brick, man. Whenever you're building something, so
Yeah.
that's how it goes. Shit. It was Michael Jordan, Kobe, goddamn LeBron, Kane. You know what I'm saying? This shit just go on and on.
Yeah.
Julius
Definitely.
Irvin, all the greats. This should go on and on, man. But yeah, we a long way from it because that unity ain't there. Like that's cool. We got together with other denominations, but like it's enough people that have the understanding of this American paradigm now that we can go out there in large crowds like that. But unfortunately, man, the bullshit outweigh the real shit, and that's holding it back. Like I go fuck with the homie them on TikTok. A lot of them Indians over there, you know what I'm saying? Some of them got good work and potential, but it's just the environment. Everybody going at each other, and so that shit does just ain't never been cool to me. So it's hard to go stick around or even like say, hey, let's get together because how that's gonna look, you know what I'm saying? And niggas don't understand people watching. The world is watching shit, nigga, we doing something that ain't never been done before. Like it's a new day, like it's a new era, and this shit number one, period. So a lot of other niggas gonna be here to get the credit. You know what I'm saying? That don't deserve it. You feel me? So we gonna
Yeah.
kill each other off, with this and ran the people off. You know what I'm saying? Because of this continuous cycle of bullshit.
And that's why you gotta always keep refreshing your history, man. And like I said, it takes time to find a lot of new shit, man. I can sit here and like try to put together a bill. But at the end of the day, when it comes to finding sources, man, it takes time to sit there and read through shit and to be able to really understand it to where you can kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together, man. It's not this shit is not easy. It's not easy, man. You be up long nights, you be up, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, from my perspective, man, from how I just seen it, like you said, the niggas on opening on TikTok, they still at the beginning stages of this shit.
Right, but they fighting each other though. You got about 7 to 9 different groups, and
Yup.
ain't nobody like nobody. Like
Mm-hmm.
all of them got cool people in them, but man, they been going to war, and the wars it got so bad. Like that shit just I seen it. It's how it looked when I first came in. That shit was like that, just warfare. Everybody against each other. It's like, damn, how we gonna get something done? You know what I'm saying? How we gonna make sure that this shit around for the next generation if we polluting this shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of unfair to the next generation coming up. You know what I'm saying? We already in the hole behind the 8 ball, and then we digging a deeper hole, and then we asking somebody else to come get out of it. That's just that's crazy. While we here and have the chance and opportunity, and we have the people with the minds. We have the minds, but the hardest part is getting together and staying together.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That law I was telling you was the anti-miscegenation law.
Okay, yeah, I remember that law.
And it says, so in the article, it says manly threatened white women, right? That he merely pointed out that the lower class of white women were attracted to Aboriginal men. They got African Americans, but we already know they ain't African American, right? Um, they gonna do the remix single with the shit. how it go, it says especially mulatto men who were sufficiently attracted to white women to fall in love. Right? It said he cautioned whites to teach. It said to teach them purity. Right? Now the purity shit is when we start getting into first the anti-miscegenation law, then the Mann Act, then these racial integrity laws that they started to submit from not just from Virginia, but from Georgia, fucking Alabama, Tennessee, all through all these towns that our people was actually in. You know what I'm saying? And then, like we said, even with the Tulsa, Oklahoma story, you know what I'm saying? Which happened in the 1900s. We talking about this shit happened in the late 1800s. So, you still there, Top Cat?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
I'm
there you
here.
go. But a lot of this shit is where this shit started from. You know what I'm saying? The anti-miscegenation law. And every time we see that any of these towns being burnt down, what is the narrative? Oh, that a black man
Oh,
tried to
right.
exactly. But white women was throwing it because this is like what was really going on from the start. A lot of these slaves were white women. You know what I'm saying? Were straight
They got
white.
a famous paint. Let me see if I can find them motherfuckers. They had a famous paint back in the game where they showed it's like a ballroom dance. And all of the niggas in there, they dressed up, but they dancing with white women, and you got the white men in the back. And this shit came out in the newspaper back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But you can keep building, I'm finna look for it.
So this shit right here. So this is the Wilmington Daily record, right? It say so this is October 28th, 1998. It said the edition of the paper insisted that many women who slept with black men did so because they found them attractive, not because they was brutish or because the men are kidnapping women. It said as white supremacists wanted you to think. Now, like I said, this is the narrative that led into the Mann Act. You know what I'm saying? The Mann Act is just a law to stop so-called white women from. That's why when you look in history, right, they tell you white women are the last people who got rights, right? Because white men punished them. They punished them the whole time. That's why you get the rule of thumb where you can't beat a woman. You could beat a woman as long as the stick was as big as your thumb. You understand what I'm saying? So these niggas was brutalizing these white women because they knew that these white women, they was brutalizing them. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew that naturally these women, and that like that even go back to the harems, right? When they even tell you the whole Moorish story about how, you know, the Moors over in Spain, Portugal, and other places had these harems full of white women.
Baptizers and brothels and shit.
Exactly. So all of that shit trickled over because even when you say like, you know, we disagree on this sometime, a lot of the black Europeans that came over, they brought over white slaves with them. You know what I'm saying? They brought over white slaves from Europe. And a lot of these, and see, when we start looking at in history, a lot of these so-called slaves, right? They had so-called Aboriginal or Indian fathers. And if their fathers did not emancipate them, right? Then they will continue to be slaves. And that's the separation from when the motherfucker tell you the field nigga and the house nigga. The house niggas was really black motherfuckers who family owned the plantations, and their family was the ones that had all of the money and everything and owned the land. And we talking about Indians or Aborigines. But the way that they put the story out there from Reconstruction, they changed a lot of stuff to where we gotta actually go back and actually do the hard work and the due diligence to find a lot of stuff out. So I'm about to go in and go cook, but definitely shout out to TOPCATZ, shout out to BCU representing that Stone Mountain, and fuck any of these hating ass niggas who want to make videos and who definitely, if you ain't go, then you should not be even saying nothing about anybody who did go, regardless of whatever it is. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, a lot of the brothers, they starting to really turn around and realize that their family are Aborigines or Indians, indigenous to the Americas, period. Like you said, King Simon with the Arawaks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Arawaks, they would tell you, oh, these are these Indian looking people. But from my research, the only reason them Indians got there because they were slaves as well. That's the only reason they was took into Guyana and what's the other place? Oh my God, I can't think of it right now. But next to Guyana, what's the name? Tobago,
Trinidad.
Trinidad, exactly, because they heavy up in there as well. They also heavy up in
Yeah, I got a friend that's from Trinidad and Tobago, man. Man, them some resilient people, man.
yeah,
Uh, them motherfuckers resilient, hard working. Now, when I went to Jamaica, man, just being around them, all in the ghettos, different ones. We going block to block. They showing me this gang different from this gang. This part, I'm all on the plantation out there that they had a revolt on. Sugar cane, motherfucking standing taller than the bitch, man. They raising all kind of shit in the back. They got the cannabis. But that shit go for miles. But nah, man, just being out there on the land, and then the nigga who run the plantation, he an Indian. I gotta drop that video still, man. He like, yeah, I'm half Indian, man. So them niggas weren't feeling that maroon shit. I'ma keep it real. They like that's for them niggas in the mountain. Oh, they went on that maroon shit. They said they don't believe Christopher. How Christopher Columbus? Cause we go to Garvey Square, and the nigga like, man, you sure you want a picture with this guy? And I said, y'all don't fuck with Garvey. He said, man, fuck that dude, man. That's government bullshit. They tell us Christopher Columbus, how Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica when it was people already here. I'm like,
exactly.
oh, I'm fucking with these. I got it on tape though. That was so cool. I'm like, yeah, push off. Fuck Garvey. Yeah, no, fuck it. I don't even want to take a picture. I was gonna troll them niggas. But I said, fuck it, yeah, push off. Shit. Niggas say, man, we don't fuck with this shit.
But them people you spoke to, they didn't come over here and go to these European institutions to be brainwashed and indoctrinated. You talking to people straight from the land. So
Yeah,
a
they
lot of
ain't
these,
fucking with no Queen Nanny, none of that shit, man. I was surprised, but I got it on tape though. And they
yeah,
speaking patois and shit. Yeah, they
they.
say, man, we was already here. I'm like, oh, wait till they hear this.
So you ever heard of a joker named Richard Humphreys?
Nah, name
So
sound
he
sound like
created he created Cheney University in Pennsylvania, and this was the first HBCU. He created Cheney University in Pennsylvania. You
he had to
understand?
be Quaker. He had to come from a Quaker family.
And that's what it kind of say. It kind of alludes to him coming like from a Quaker fan background.
Abolitionist, yeah, abolitionist background, but they were just the Quakers.
Yeah, matter of fact, it says a Philadelphia Quaker who left funds for the establishment of a
Okay,
school. Now they gonna say African Americans, but we
right.
already know. But they saying also colored youth. So we know what came first, colored. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he definitely established Cheney University in 1837. Right?
I knew
It's
that was
another.
some Quaker shit. Cause that's where the Pan Africans come from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
Quaker shit. Yeah. You're right.
push that shit. Tammany Hall, Democrats, all that shit come out that same line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see but all of that shit is like what we say, like the remix single to this shit. That a lot of that shit was strictly colored or Negro at first. You know what I'm saying? And then now you find these records are saying African American. So definitely, man. I got to run though, man. But definitely shout out to
Hey,
you,
hold
Top
on.
Cat.
Before you leave, let them know that you are a Moor. Brother say, chill out, fam. The Indians and Moors are doing right now. I mean, getting along now.
I
Let
ain't that type of Moor though, man. I'm only a Moor when it comes to the scripture. I only claim more because of the descriptive term. I don't claim more because of no fucking North Africa, none of that
yeah,
burb. I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't agree with because I go from the west to east concept. That the people from the Americas went east. I don't never go from east to west concept. I'm always west to east. But even when I say like more, to me, mortal or more is just another descriptive for dark skin complexion people. It's not dealing with no MST of America. It's not dealing with no Moors went into Europe in 711. You already know, Taka. I don't get down with none of that shit, my nigga. But the science of the Moors is the science of the Aborigines or the Autochtons because all of the science is coming from the Americas. So it's like that's the science that the Moors claim. When we do American Gods or we go into the inventions and all this other stuff, all these inventions was invented in America. They wasn't invented over there. So, however we look at it, we agree to disagree on the Moorish concept, right? I don't fuck with only MFTA Moors I fuck with is probably Taj Tariq Bey and the Sid Ducatis and Hakeem Bey, Peace of the Gods, wherever he at. But as far as like me saying, oh, I'm a
he just
Moor,
dropped. He just dropped something about 2 days ago
he just dropped something. Where?
on this channel, like 2 days ago. Alexa, like on Indigenous history,
Where?
like 2 days ago
What's
on
his channel though?
his name.
Hakeem Bey?
I just ran across it. Yeah,
Man, I'm about to listen. I'm about to
he
go
went
check.
out of North Carolina, huh?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
about
yeah,
to.
like 2 days ago.
I'm definitely gonna look into that though. But nah, nigga, you try to put me on the spot talking about yo,
Nah,
he
because
a
they
more and shit.
saying
Like
nah, because we just left there with Moors, and
nah,
Sharif.
I don't fuck with no Sharif Bey. I don't that shit he be talking. I don't fuck with him. I'm deal
Sharif Bay is smart than a motherfucker though.
but listen, but Top Cat, it's a difference from being smart and having discernment. You can read all the books you want, but still need discernment for you to get to the places where we at. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people,
But
you
you
know,
just said we all gonna get there in different ways as long as we get into the
and
same.
and that's peace. I'm not going to disagree with that. But as far as Sharif Bey, he's still talking about the Moors got permission from the that whole story. I don't believe in that shit,
But
nigga.
I think y'all should have a bill like all of y'all, like you said, the Seer, Hakeem, and all of y'all.
I don't think Asir even like listen. Respect to what's the name. I'm not going like because he fuck Ishmael Bay fuck with him. And Ishmael Bay, my man. So like what I'm saying. But I don't Sharif Bay. Like I said, he got his own spin on what he put on it. I agree with certain context of it. I don't agree with the whole story of how he put it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, even when we connect, like I said, we already did a lot of this research to where we can see that the architecture, we can see that the agriculture, we can see that the civilization came from here. It didn't go over there. It didn't come from there to here. So yeah, but I'm a more when it comes to descriptive terms of being a dark skin complexion person. That's when I'm a Moor. Now, like I said, the science of the Moors is the science of the Aborigines or the science of the Indians.
I got a hat. I got a cowboy hat, and the inside of the cowboy hat for the color that bitch say Moreno.
Morano. Now, but
That's
remember,
the hat.
What
Yeah.
did they call? What's another term for cowboy? Matador.
Oh yeah, the Matadors come out of that's some Mexico shit they was doing down there. They still do it.
Yeah. But that's another
And it's
term for
on the walls
cowboys.
too.
Yeah.
And it's on the walls. So yeah. So check this out. So you say you don't fuck with the planes. But if we go to it, cause I said I wasn't gonna do no more pyramid trips. Bro Rich, they going to Kemet in 2027. But I'ma holler at him and see if we can go maybe to Chichen Itza in 2026. I'm trying to see Camp because Mexico City is too big. I think we'll get lost. I think we'll do better starting out with Chichen Itza.
But that's the spot though, Top Cat. Mexico City, Tia Nutria and Tia Takal, right? That would be the spot that I think probably is harvesting the most energy. I mean, well, then again, I ain't gonna say
Nah,
Chichen
I
Itza.
ain't gonna. Nah, I wouldn't disagree. The most energetic place that I've been was the Pyramid of the Sun, till walking.
Yeah,
I
okay.
never felt like that. I said, man, if some Hebrew shit is real, this would because it felt like you walked in the church. Felt like you walked inside a church, that motherfucker so big, it's like it's impossible. That shit just blow your mind. But but Mexico City too big. Like I don't see a large group of people navigating that easy through Mexico City. I just can't see it
Why you say that though?
because it be so big. Like
Yeah, that shit is.
it's man, bro, it fucked me up. Like
That shit got like 40 different pyramid sites, my nigga. Like, you know, some of these
that's
spots,
the city too, though.
yeah.
The city,
Mm-hmm.
because you gonna have to drive through the countryside. I drove for like 4 hours because I went to Tula and till walking in the same day, so I was gone all day. But that motherfucking Mexico City, that bitch that like for us staying, finding out where we gonna stay and all of that. I think that shit that'd be hard to organize in a city that big. Yeah, I'm scared of that motherfucker. But Lisa do, and it's easier. So I'm gonna ask bro Rich what he think about going down there, cause that's how Stone Mountain came. When I came on this show the first time, we was building on indigenous history. He was talking about his family down in South Carolina, indigenous history down there. He even coined himself the Tobacco Chief. So yeah, that's one of his new names. He got Radiohead and he the Tobacco Chief.
You said a tobacco tree.
Yeah, he's the Tobacco Chief now. Shout out to Richie Rich, man. But that's what made him want to go because he looking into his indigenous history now. So and he like, man, I'm like, he said, I remember they used to teach us to hate America. Now I'm like, damn, I love America. Like, America is the shit.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if he down to go to Chichen Itza. And I told Big Ties, man, that I got him if he come. And they say,
Taj was at Stone Mountain?
nah, but I spoke with him. And then I can get in touch with him anytime. Cause Lil Ties, he in the chat. So he got all my books and shit and all of that. And Lil Ties, he get in touch with him. That's how I found out that OG Richard Neal died. Like soon as it happened, Lil Ties hit me. So yeah, man, yeah, we got direct connect to Ties. But I told him I was gonna pay for him to come, but
Hey, I'm gonna put my email in the chat room, bro. If you can get in contact, um, see if you can give him my, cause I want to definitely do a bill with him, man, before he
with
make his
Ties,
transition. Hell yeah, I've been trying to get in touch with sister what's the name from House of Reawakening Minds,
yeah,
and
yeah, I just seen they just did a show.
Yeah, no, yeah, nah. He always, you know what I'm saying? He always be on there. I check out all the Taj joints. And like I said, see, Taj been hitting hard because the crazy thing is when I first got into this shit, real talk, I got into this dealing with law. I ran across all this shit by mistake. You know what I'm saying? I ran across all this shit by mistake. And like I said, for me, you know, the Moors at that point in time was the only one saying, like I said, my family, Creek, Yamasi, Aniyawiya, as well as I throw Tim Cohen because the Yamasis are Tim Cohen, right? I throw all that up in there, right? But when my peoples used to tell us that we was Indians, I ain't believe them, nigga, because I was looking at what the Indians looked at like. I was so distracted by how do you want to say race or ethnicity of how they looked it to where I didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't believe it. Like I didn't believe. My people always said we was Creek, and my father's side always said, from they didn't know what type of Indians they was. I had to go back and do the research.
Yeah.
Dealing with the Ogamichi. I had to go back and do that. And that's not no Geechee and none of the Gola, none of that shit. Dealing with straight Yamasi. Because my people, family, they also go from Georgia. My grandfather owned 1,000 acres, right? But the 1,000 acres went into Florida. 80% of the acres was in Florida. The other 20% was in Georgia after Georgia was called Georgia. All that shit was Florida at one point in time. So I had to go back, but I got a video of my uncle, and my uncle was telling me, you know what I'm saying, because my uncle, they said they used to be called raccoon people. Now the funny thing is, when I went with my father back in think this is like 90, 93. My uncle lived in one of the islands, one of the sea islands, right? We had to take a boat to go to the island, right? This nigga, all he ate was raccoon, bro. And I'm like, that's the first time I was telling AP and them today. I said I ate some raccoon before, but I didn't know it was raccoon until my father told me. He said, that's right. He said, he was like, what would you think you eating? He's like, that's raccoon, right? I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
did
yo,
me like that with deer sauces. My first time, I'm hungry. They back down the pit. I'm steady. Hey, the food ready. Man, they gave me a link. I downed that hoe, came back for another one. Nigga say, that deer.
yeah.
What
Yeah,
that deer
I done
sauce?
had deer so much though. I done
Nah,
had venison so much time. Like I said, I was a chef.
that deer sauce, I was fucked up about it.
But that raccoon, man, I couldn't even and I had turtle too before. I was telling
Yeah,
Jag I had
turtle
turtle.
too. Yeah,
I
yeah,
had turtle. You
nigga.
can't even
Steak
taste that
too.
shit. Cause they mask it with so many different flavors to where they make a stew out of that shit.
The meat be tender than a motherfucker. I had alligator bites,
Yeah,
fried
yeah,
alligator
I had
bites.
alligator too. Yeah, alligators, all right. But yeah, my
Them niggas eating squirrel on the stick. Possum soup.
you said squirrel on it. And
Yeah,
now I ain't never
squirrel
had
on the
no
stick.
possum though, but I definitely, like I said, that raccoon, I didn't even know that shit was raccoon. But like as a chef, I ate a lot of different meats. But like I said, my being though that my uncle and this nigga, he had like a little. It wasn't like a well put together house. He had like a little shack. This nigga still was living. This is my father brother, and he used to say that they was called the Moon Eye people, right? And I never understood what it was until I started to do my research on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That he was telling like, yeah, grandpa had 1,000 acres and you know what I'm saying? And like my father always told me, my father used to be like, well, they used to pick cotton, right? For them that was on their land. And they used to put it into baskets. Cotton, he said cotton, peaches, plums, and walnuts. So he said they had so many trees of cotton, pecans, peaches, and walnuts that they used to pick them shits and take them to the mills and sell them. He said anytime we wanted money, we'd go pick the agriculture and go sell it.
Yeah. Today I went to the north side and I'm coming down on Little York. They got like vendors, watermelon man, oranges, apples, like you say, pecans, all that type of shit. These niggas come from the country. They getting all this shit from the country.
Yup.
But back when I was little, that whole strip would be lit up. But now just on the weekend. But back then, we ain't go to the grocery store and get that kind of shit. We pull over on side of the road. You come with your own bag and shit, and we get that shit from them niggas. They bringing that shit down out of what Preview A&M at, 'cause they was the home of big old ass watermelons. You had Cashmere Gold, niggas was coming from Kansas and Arkansas and shit coming to get that watermelon and driving it back.
Man, that shit we talk. I seen a watermelon the other day that my brother he go down. I think he go down to South Carolina and get them. Man, that shit was so heavy it took like two people to carry it,
Yeah,
and
now,
he's selling them shits for like $20 a piece.
see, that's what I was gonna say. They get it, they come down here and then they take it and sell that shit for more. Yeah, but yellow meat, like I was just in Jamaica, I'm eating motherfucking watermelon. They got brown seeds in that motherfucker. Some got black, some got brown. I'm like, man, nigga eating the real
But you
shit.
talking about the yellow watermelons?
Yeah, they got that yellow meat
But
watermelon.
them the female watermelons.
My
Them
boy
the fe.
Philippe,
My go ahead.
Super Food Vegan, he he be selling that watermelon because his family down in Mississippi. He probably just got back, but he went down there this weekend. He lost his niece, but yeah, they got their own farm and shit down there, so he be bringing a lot of his shit up here, red okra and all that shit, yellow meat watermelon and all that, and he make like detox drinks and different shit like that with it.
Yeah, that old girl from old Sinetta girl, she gonna ask my man. I don't know if you seen the bill when I forgot the Indian brother that was up there, but she gonna say, "Oh, what's Indian food? It's fucking soul food. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? Like, ain't no nigga. Listen, even dealing with fish on Fridays, that's a fucking tradition." That's a tradition. Even Elijah Muhammad took that into the nation of Islam, eating fish on Fridays. You understand what I'm saying? Cornmeal, right? That's Indian shit, nigga.
Man, I'm in Jamaica, man. Nigga, they didn't dived in the water and caught the fish, nigga.
We talking about the comp. You talking about comp. The shit with the
Yeah, they had a bag full of. They kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
small though, but they had a bag full. But the oil, I paid for all this shit, nigga. The oil, the cornmeal, what you just brought up, nigga. All that
Mm-hmm.
shit, man. These niggas, they look like they from here, man. There was so many niggas that they took from over there too.
Nah, but them niggas is, man. Even, we go back with these Caribbeans, but some of them sea islands go out there to the Caribbean. So it's like, a lot of them people was definitely connected to it. That's why a lot of them got our last names.
Right now, and so this is why I asked him. I say, if I tell you a surname, would you know the family? He said, oh yeah, anyone. You give me any name, I'll tell you who they is, who they family is down here. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So nah, they own it, man. And that division, it's like, man, people got to go down there because I'm in the hood and they niggas can fuck over me. I'm in there, jewelry on, Louis Vuitton and shit, and they
Hmm.
showed me so much love though. Like,
Yeah, them people they not scavengers like niggas in America, man, where they sitting back worrying about wealth and all that. Them people live off the land. You know what I'm saying? Even I know where you at down there, right? Even like, you ever seen the green tomatoes? My father
yeah,
used to
yeah,
always make
yeah.
green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes. Look,
Fried green tomatoes,
we
bro.
go
With
to
okra.
we
He do
go
the
to
okra. No, go ahead.
My bad. We go to Ohio. We in Ohio. We on the Ohio River, right across Kentucky, and it was by like four of them Indians ordered fried green tomatoes. Yeah, them niggas were eating down in them hoes.
And
Fried
they
green tomatoes.
and what do they fry them in? Cornmeal.
Yeah, that's what they was fried in.
And cornmeal. So like cornmeal is a manipulation of corn, just like cornbread is. Just like how cornmeal is how you fry fish. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit, that's all. Ain't nobody gonna know how to, ain't no white man gonna teach you how to manipulate corn and how to make corn into meal unless you are indigenous to the land. That's indigenous Aborigine Indian shit. Like, and a lot of people, they don't recognize that because they assume that, oh, the white man taught us. Like, no, nigga, we listen. When you dealing with even soul food down there in Texas, white people learned that from us. We the ones taught them. Like you said, you were saying earlier, um, you were saying earlier how the white slaves or how white people was, we took a lot of them in.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah.
took a lot of them in.
It's a lot of documentation that was going on in Washington on what to do with the population of the poor whites down there. So even when the Freedmen Bureau was brought out, they was basically having white folks on welfare, but it was the Republicans in the governments in those places, that was us, that was allowing them benefits for them. So they was even getting the white vote. But you said something. You said it's a soul food. I just want to play this little quick part from Said He fair use, man. Uh, it's a good video. He banging on the Native Americans because they coming out saying they created soul food. So I just want y'all to hear a little clip from it.
You know what I'm saying? We had to address this. So I don't know nothing that and goddamn it, y'all talking about. Man, listen here. And first and foremost, black people was over here first. And that's just a fact. That's just a
Hey, look, but check this out, right? You
Yeah.
see how everybody now is
Okay.
recognizing that.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So you caught it too. Okay.
Everybody's recognizing that. And it's like you cannot unrecognize, even, Tariq Nasheed, whether I have disagreements with him, I think he putting himself out there with the FBA shit, right? Because he be going against a lot of these tethers. And it's like, yeah, but he still believe in the Georgia story of Negroes coming in the 1500s. Like, nah, nigga. Like, nah, nigga. When you even the Yamasi story, that's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you see how a lot of Negroes, they changing that stance on that African shit, bro.
Hold on.
Even
Watch this here. Watch what he say.
fact. I mean, y'all keep acting like we came and we got something from y'all. We was already here. What the fuck is you talking about, man? I'm sick of this, and people don't act like that we just making this shit up. You feel me? We not just making this shit up. We got all the documentation. See, they don't, they think that we don't have the records where their own scholars have admitted this. See, we got it where their own scholars admitted. The old Mecca is the first civilization of high technology over here. And
see? And see, look, so like you see how like this shit right here is a paradigm, and like I said, you gotta thank yourself. I gotta thank myself and others that's really pushing because some people didn't push the envelope hard enough. Some people only push the envelope halfway across the table. They didn't push the shit all the way across the table to where people recognizing that we was already here. And I'm starting to hear this a lot. And look, even James Small, right?
Right.
James Small, that nigga said, now look, this is some old shit. This nigga said probably about 8-9 years ago that it was already black people. And he said his family been here for over 200,000 years. He said the only reason why he didn't push it, right, And the same thing that David Imhotep said, right? I got a bill with David Imhotep before he passed, and I used to constantly talk to him, and he was a wonderful brother, man, and I actually miss him because I used to talk to him periodically. He was trying to get me a bill with Clive Winters, right? But he made his transition, right? But he used to always tell me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I'm glad y'all brothers came out and y'all pushing this shit. He said, because he said, I always he said, I always recognized it, but it wasn't popular at the time for us to say that, oh, well, we was already here. But he said, because the slavery shit was so dominant to where a lot of people, they kind of like went against their ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And he used to tell me all the time, just like, look, Dr. Africa. I got 2 degrees. I got 2 certifications from Dr. Africa. Dr. Africa used to always tell me, he said, I ain't no goddamn African. He said, my grandmother's from Mississippi and she told me she was Choctaw. He used to always tell me this shit, man. Always, because I used to always talk to him and his wife, Dr. Melanie Stevens, right, behind the scenes or whatever. Like, you know, I just kind of got like a feel for them when I was going through class because I was still talking this Aborigine shit at that time. And one day that nigga told me, he was like, man, my family from Mississippi, nigga. He said, I ain't no goddamn African. He said, this shit was just popular of us saying this shit at one point in time. He said, but my grandmother was full-blooded Choctaw. Showed me a picture of her and everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of it's a lot of the Pan-Africans that's coming into this conversation because niggas is really doing the work. And it's like, you know, like I said, man, definitely have to thank ourselves for being the people who are pushing this information and everybody who put a lot of energy and a lot of hard work into this shit, man. Because this shit right here, man, sometimes you'll be researching some shit and you'll just give up. And you might not go back and touch it for 2 or 3 weeks, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I definitely, like I said, man, I have to respect anybody. And like I said, and even like I said at the point in time, because it's certain individuals who pushing the envelope further than others, man. These Jerry Springer, fucking platforms, and I, you know, and like I tell a lot of brothers, like I'm not like some of this shit, man. I'm just about the information, bro. I'm not about going back and forth with this clown shit. I'm not about that shit. I'm about the information. Like, you know, and at one point in time, I could do a bill for 5-6 hours by myself before I even share the link. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, definitely respect to people who can come up on the platform without even sharing the link and able to put information out there and everybody can recollect, everybody can, you know, everybody can pretty much understand it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I always pop back. It's been a while. It's been a while though, but you know, I pop back in Top Cat again, man. Definitely peace to the gods. Piece of the Aborigines, piece of the fucking American guys, nigga. So I got some shit I gotta do, man. But
Yeah,
love and
go on,
light.
go eat, man. Go on, go cook, man. It was a good beer.
No doubt, Top Cat, man. One love, bro. You be safe, man. BCU, peace of the gods, peace of the goddesses, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always love or whatever. And y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Like I said, I'll pop back in periodically whenever I get a chance. But definitely peace. Good talking to you again, brother. Peace
Yeah,
to the gods.
man, peace.
All right, peace.
All right. Hey, y'all seen City say, y'all, hey, they act like we ain't got the sources there to prove this shit. I said, oh, City, I'm finna watch this whole motherfucker. Cause y'all heard what happened, just in case y'all ain't heard from a little Tweety bird on the curb, nigga. And this just happened yesterday.
Popular genetic testing company 23andMe filed for bankruptcy earlier this year and announced that it was for sale. Privacy experts sounded the alarm.
And when a drug maker moved forward with plans to buy the company, 27 states sued in federal court to block that sale. Well, now there's a new buyer. 8 on Your Side consumer investigator Shannon Bankin joins us in studio with that
Got a
story.
new buyer.
Jen Keith, in a new twist, a bankruptcy judge has approved the sale of 23andMe to a nonprofit. That nonprofit is led by the former CEO and co-founder of 23andMe. 15 million consumers turned to genetic testing company 23andMe to learn about their ancestry and understand their disposition to diseases. The company's bankruptcy brought up serious questions about who would buy the company and its sensitive genetic data. And
oh, wait. How many people? Wait a minute. Say it again. How many?
To learn about their ancestry. 15 million consumers turned to
15 million. And how many of them was niggas? How many millions of niggas?
genetic testing company 23andMe to learn about their ancestry and understand their disposition to diseases. The company's bankruptcy brought up serious questions about who would buy the company and its sensitive genetic data and what it could be used for. USF public health professor and attorney Jay Wolfson.
There's no federal system that is going to be able to guarantee the protection of those things. Some state...
I don't mean to laugh at y'all. That's fucked up, but it's real. That's fucked up, but it's real. Like he say, they tell me they gonna promise protection, but you gotta understand what took so long because they been came out and wanted to sell, and then it became a political issue. So just like we see with TikTok, the U.S. that cut out the middleman, yeah, they threw in tariffs, and now you got to pay taxes on products that you're buying. But now they're creating a new TikTok just specifically for the U.S., right? And they have a group of buyers, right? Anonymous group of buyers who's going to purchase the app, and they're going to, create the algorithm, what they want you to see, what they don't want you to see. Well, this 23andMe case, the federal court got into it. So now they have come up with a nonprofit, a group of elites have got together, and they are going to buy it. Is any of these people that promoted these tests to our people going to come back and apologize to them? Because if you leave a nigga in a burning building, fam, you wrong than a motherfucker for that. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. That what a OG told me. An OG told me ignorance of the law. So what did y'all get out of it? How much money did y'all make to promote this shit, these DNA tests? So like Buddy say, ain't no getting out of it. If you send your shit in, you're done. You fuck around and pass by a nigga, and if I was one of y'all clones, boy, and you had a beautiful wife, boy, I'd dress up and I'd fuck all on her. She ain't even gonna know it ain't you. She ain't even gonna know it ain't you. Yeah, I be fucking, yeah, I'm the clone, but I be fucking on that nigga wife. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Boy, that nigga be gone to work, nigga. I come home and tell her, turn her phone off. You know what? I called in today. Turn your phone off. Yeah, I called in today. I just felt like we should spend some time together. Yeah, I wanted to just Netflix and chill. Yeah, I been there fucking every time that nigga that go to work, every other week, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, they done got your genetics, boy.
That is going to be able to... There's no federal system that is going to be able to guarantee the protection of those things. Some state laws may, but this is kind of new territory.
In May, when pharmaceutical company Regeneron announced it was buying...
Don't know what you laughing at. No, what you laughing at? Fellas, if it's a chick out there and she done went out there and got that 23andMe and they make the clone, shit, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd take the clone. Yeah, I go to spaces I know she gonna be at. We'll come in that bitch looking like king and queen. I'm talking about dressed to impress. I might rent a limo. Yeah, and when they open the door and get me out, yeah, I'm out there with your clone. You ain't gotta want me. I'm cloning one of my exes. Yeah, I want to pay that bitch back. Oh, she went and got another nigga, got married and had a family. Don't worry about it. Your clone ain't got no kids. Yeah, I'm showing up and I'm sitting at the table right across from that motherfucking ass nigga. And we doing PDA. What's that? Ain't it PDA? Public some shit, affection. Yeah. I'm honey, stop. Come on, honey. It is too many people in here. Yeah, I'm acting a fool. I want to play with them people and send y'all shit off, nigga.
23andMe for
I'm fucking on them.
$56 million, attorney generals in 27 states, including Florida, sued in federal court, alleging the sale would violate privacy laws in their individual states. Now, a bankruptcy judge has approved a different sale for $305 million to TTAM Research Group, led by Ann Wojcicki, the former CEO and co-founder of 23andMe. She said in a press release that the nonprofit will continue the company's mission of understanding the human genome for the public good. She went on to say, quote, core to my beliefs is that individuals should be empowered to have choice and transparency with respect to their genetic data and have the opportunity to continue to learn about their ancestry and health risk as they wish. 23andMe has said the new buyer will continue the policy of allowing users to delete their account and their genetic data, as well as opt out of research if you'd like.
But remind me, they had some issues with data and privacy before, didn't they?
Yes, and that's what brought about a lot of these.
Oh, wait a minute. So they had some problems with what? What was that?
Data, as well as opt out of research if you'd like.
But remind me, they had some issues with data and privacy before, didn't they?
Oh, so they been sharing your shit. So you got a whole doppelganger walking around this bitch trying to find out what Africana tribe you from. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? You trying to find out where you from in Africa, like they giving away free land. And the white girl, she come jump in and get missed. So wait a minute, hold on. But did they already go? Yeah. And this is one of the reasons why they're getting out of the game. Nigga don't leave the game till he won. Shit, he got 15 million. Fuck it. Yeah, give me 150 billion for it. Fuck it, nigga. You can have it. Make a new nigga. Yeah. Go build you 15 million more robots.
Yes, and that's what brought about a lot of these concerns, Jen. In the past, there's already been a hack. In 2023, hackers exposed the personal data of nearly 7 million 23andMe customers.
All niggas. 7 million out of 15, all niggas.
Customers over a 5-month period. It's unclear how that data was used, but the hack has led to this concern, and that's why many consumers have decided to delete their data on the app.
All right, stay on it for us because there's more to come on this, I'm sure. All right.
Stay on this.
So good news for 23andMe customers. A deal to sell the company includes protections for your genetic data. 5 on your...
Stop it. Stop it. That man just told us ain't no governmental body here can stop it. So hold on, because nigga said I said that the president of the Confederacy wasn't black. Hold on, man. Let me just put some work on a nigga. Huh? Just a little small combination. Step around.
Man. But the nigga named Jim Limber, man, come to find out.
Turtle Islander. Mid-range from the key. Look like Kobe.
The same guy
Mid-range game.
I also got this source from. These are my two sources from him. The Davis family, residents in Canada, new member live. After the late war, the Davis family, accepting Miss Davis, went to live in Canada.
Check.
And they still here. They still live there. At the head of this family is Mrs. Hall. I want y'all to circle Mrs. Hall, the mother of Mrs. Davis.
Welcome,
and with her is a younger sister of the latter who is unmarried. The Davis family consists of 2 boys and a girl, all young. The eldest, a boy not being over 14 years of age. With Mr. Davis there is a young child. All right. Now, Miss Margaret Davis. Miss Margaret Davis is a girl about 8 years of age, okay, with eyes, black, and brown hair, and good features. They say she was cute little baby. Cute little 8-year-old. Her skin is rich olive, like that of Miss Hall. Y'all remember Miss Hall? Now, this is her aunt. And then you have Jefferson Davis, Master Jefferson Davis, a fine boy of about 14 years of age. He is tall for his age, and he is well made, with dark hair, dark eyes, and good features. His skin is rich brown. His skin is rich brown. His skin is rich brown, like that of all of his family. He is now in college in Lennoxville, Canada.
His skin is rich brown, like that of all his family. I can keep going and going, but that's the founding fathers were black, part 2. It's a 3-part series. That's old shit. I really don't like bringing up that shit like 2021, 2022. That's just so long ago. Boy, I tell you, I cut a switch off that tree and whap a nigga ass up. I wrap that stitching cord around a nigga. Boy. The shit that you don't know. Woke up this morning, you put your socks on. You ain't know you gonna find out that the president of the Confederate Army, who they told is the most racist people in the world, was brown skinned, that just the same as his whole family. Not some of his family, not half, but the whole goddamn family. In Jesus' name we pray. Now let's go back to Africa.
Fuck you talking about? Put up 50 quick. Wow.
Get busy.
Get active.
Get active, Chief.
So
what's your line, Chief?
These black European
what's your
babies
line, Chief?
Mixed with these Africans coming off this coast, they're gonna create a whole new world, a paradigm for themselves.
Hold on, the homie say you got to do it for the new members. Nah, man, right here on the screen, it say no Cash App, support through Super Chat or BigChiefUniversity.com. What's over there? Something called a Platinum Pack. What's in the Platinum Pack? Platinum Pack is lectures that you can't get off of YouTube. This is what my work. We went underground like the Masons. We took it underground. Because when we was out here teaching shit that wasn't here, other people would, take it and go around the corner and try to start a career off of nigga shit. So we went underground and just like shit, niggas that's fucking with me, rocking with BCU, I'm gonna get y'all the game, the real drop. Like this shit I'm playing right here, I'm not supposed to be doing this, nigga. This is in the Platinum Pack. But I'm gonna give you a little piece. You dig? But yeah, this that shit you gotta get a Platinum Pack to get. So it's already out there. Just gotta go to BigChiefUniversity.com, get you a Platinum Pack. And all work is easy work. It's probably like 100 videos on there. But you got different series on there. You know what I'm saying? So that work. Huh? Walk to him, Chief. I want a knockout. Let me tell you, man, you were trained. You were colonized to worship your colonizer. Uh-oh. So when you look at them over there, and you look right here in the South, huh? And you look in the South. Talk to them, Chief. And you see them babies. Exploration and Black Leadership, Phelps Stokes Fund. Phelps Stokes Fund was established in 1911 to connect the leaders in Africa and America. Okay? It was created to connect leaders in Africa and the Americas to improve quality of life, endowed by Caroline Phelps Stokes in her will. All right? They wanted to connect Africa and the United States. It particularly focused on education underprivileged, included African Americans, Native Americans, and Africans. The fund's success in Liberia is particularly well known, were founded by the Booker T. Washington Institute. It exceeded the number of education organizations. Let's walk in South Africa. Okay? They are going to put this play together and mentally take and shape the American Indians up, as well as these Gold Coast, these coastline Africans that was Black European African mix. Now they did the same in Liberia. You had Amerigo Liberia. They promoted religious organizations, set up missions in schools to educate the native populace. Okay, same thing. They're going to go here and they're going to lay down their law. How they're going to do it through religious organizations and mission schools. Who's going to help in this? Blyden. When they're saying they're connecting Africa and America, let's walk and talk about it. Because Blyden embraced many ideas of the American Colonization Society that promoted reparation to the free African American in Liberia and West Africa. It was a member of the New York Colonization Society. Circled it, the New York Colonization Society. Shout out to Danielle with a 3 from the top of the key, goddamn. Shout out to Julian Watkins. Shout out to Nighthawk, goddamn. Oh, they getting active. That's how it's supposed to look. Real pretty in here. Real pretty, like a rainbow, goddamn, because some shit you don't see every day. You hear the role of education in the rise and fall of America, Liberia, and Liberia, West Africa. Shortly after Liberian independence in 1847, Americo-Liberians passed a law that prohibited the education of indigenous people. Failure to comply would lead to banishment from the country. If you get caught out here teaching indigenous people, because what did the Americo-Liberians do? They went there and they bred with them Africans and they created their own population, which the whatever the hell, Liberians, they will control the politics. They will govern this society through education and religion, through the colonization society. Now, they had the Virginia Colonization Society, the Quakers, Quaker, Young Men Colonization Society of Pennsylvania, American Colonization Society, and they had New York. Okay? Now, they had History of Liberia, they had Mississippi Settlement. Now, one of these missionaries that's going to go there, Melville B. Cox, okay, as a Methodist missionary to Africa. Now, Melville told the motherfuckers, because like I said, after the company ran out of money, right, and it failed this project, they were going to let it go. Now, it was a group of people that got together, and they said, listen, man, we got a good thing going, man. We can get something going here. So when they started sending the missionaries over, this was their attempt. We got to make something happen. Melville, when he died, he said, let 1,000 fall before Africa be given up. That's a Pan-African war cry. Let 1,000 fall before Africa be given up. He ended up selling over and he'll be the first to come there. And you'll see he'll have the College of West Africa. Now, Edward Blyden, one of the fathers of Pan-Africanism. Why?
Edward Blyden, born in the Danish West Indies, he joined a wave of black immigrants from America who migrated to the country. All right, he went around West Africa, spread his Pan-African thoughts, and it became influential in West Africa, attracting attention as countries such as the United States. He attracted the United States, right? Now, he got sent out there by John Knox. You got these Westerners and shit. Check. Now, he believed that Zionism was the model. He turned Ethiopianism, and African Americans could return to Africa and help the rebuilding of the continent. Damn, the rebuilding. I thought y'all shit was built up already. Where's this lavish lifestyle? Where are these streets paved with gold? The companies then went broke trying to goddamn go hustle out there. Then when they get over there, y'all asking us to lead this motherfucker to go to, what did he say? To rebuild. Damn, nigga, when was it ever built? America looked like heaven. America looked like heaven. Blyden was recognized in his youth and talents, educated by mentor John Knox, the American Protestant minister. He encouraged Blyden to come to the United States for his education. All right, now let's walk. The introduction in 1874, Blyden, a West Indian school scholar, toured the newly established Hampton Institute. Why do they call him the first, founder of Pan-Africanism? He was making this connection as Paul Cuffey did. Traveling to the continent, he's coming out the West Indies, and he came over here to the Americas. Where did he go? Hampton Institute. All right, U.S. school dedicated to teaching African Americans. The school's director, Armstrong, demonstrated the developing program to Blyden. And then guess what Blyden go do? He went to Liberia, and he went and established Liberia College in Monrovia and utilized the same principles that were established in Southern U.S. schools like Hampton. That's why Blyden went and did the same thing that they got Booker T for, the same thing that Blyden is going to go model in Liberia. See, but now they're bringing these Americans over and they're putting them in the school. So what they're teaching them is how to farm. They're teaching them agriculture. They're teaching them industrial skills. You Indians, your Mississippi company, your Maryland company, New York, all of these niggas sending you niggas out there. Y'all out there training these motherfucking people. The Indians. They building up the roads and the schools and civilizing that shit, bro. The same time thing how they stole all your motherfucking game down there in Hampton. That's what it was built for. That's what it was built for. It was built by Indians for Indians. See, now today they just everything is packaged up now.
Get you.
You done sold all your recipes.
To Geechee, the first president of Liberia, that's Geechee people. Don't make me pull up Serpent Mound, Ohio. Geechee dropped the whole story on us. I'm gonna make a whole bill off Geechee. I think I can get 2 hours of footage off just Geechee.
He sold everything. Now they don't need you. The thing to be done was clear. The trained selected Negro youth who should go out and teach and lead their people. First, by example, and they had their ways of doing so. American Missionary Association played a heavy role in that and formalizing your HBCUs. Then you had the Port Royal experiment, right? Go down there for the Gullah Geechees. Shout out to the Gullah Geechees. Special Education Commission established, Secretary of Treasury Salmon Chase, government agent overseeing the experiment. The committee, listen, family, was looking for teachers who were sent not only to educate the former slaves, but to aid them in how to govern themselves in normal society. So they're going to go over here and do the same thing and colonize these people, shape them up, same way they're doing them Gold Coast Africans, which will come later, but they're going to get their blueprint from right here. They'll use this to strategize their way through the South. All right. Now they brought down people, Port Royal Committee, Philadelphia, formed by the New York organization, united with Boston to provide education to former slaves. All right. Gonna bring us here to the New York Colonization Society. Y'all got that bitch looking pretty out there. Shrug said it costs a lot of money being indoctrinated like this. Indian gang don't bang. We are the future, making history, tracing the past today. Romello goddamn backdoored him with another motherfucking 3. Indian Carter stepped up. Boy, them European mixed breeds of motherfucker. Von Indigenous in the motherfucking super chat. EJ came through, goddamn. Light this bitch up then.
Light it up.
Light this bitch up then. Y'all want to turn up? The New York Colonization Society was organized in 1829. Appreciate that love in the cash app. I can't see who that was. (1829), the Aid American Colonization Society colonized free blacks in Africa. All right. The New York Colonization Society was dissolved in 1968. Its assets transferred to the Phelps-Stokes Fund. Okay, a foundation sharing similar purpose. So they closed down the New York State Colonization Society and it dissolved into what is called the Phelps-Stokes Fund. And guess what they were doing? Yeah, what they told you they were doing? They were going to connect leaders in Africa to the Americans. How did this nigga get in America? The New York Colonization Society. And who they lead that shit over to? The Phelps-Stokes, the niggas who are interested, what they say down there, and sharing the same similar purposes. Come on, man. Come on, man. Education model in the mid-late 19th century in Britain were based on Victorian model education. The emphasis was placed on reading and classical texts and knowledge of learning. Greek, Latin, mathematics, Christianity played a key role in this model of education. Booker T. Washington, a teacher at Hampton Institute, called to establish the second, the Tuskegee Institute, for African Americans utilizing same adaptive education model. All right, well, you're going to have Northern philanthropists who vested interest in this, such as John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, supported education that would maintain the demographics as they were. And they wanted to get a hold down there on this label after they moved down there after the proclamation, and then they get the labels and I think it was 39 they got the labor units down there. I mean 69, I'm sorry, 1869 they got the labor units down there. And this agriculture market is something that they wanted to step up and get a hold on. So they wanted to monopolize it. So you had the Rockefellers who stepped up. You had the Fords who stepped up. Now, by the 1970s, the Fords had switched to a top-down strategy of training new minority leaders. In 1970, they had switched to a top-down strategy of training new minority leaders. One result was the support for Black power elements, hostile to integration, such as CORE. So these Black power movements, these white boy philanthropists funding these hoes. Yo, man, say, man, go on. So this was a time where they put up a lot of money and knocked them Hebrew Israelites, the white Hebrew Israelites, out of the way, right? And they pushed the civil rights movement by new Black generation outside the United States, established a network of human rights organizations, promoted democracy, gave a large number of fellowships to young leaders to study in the United States. They bringing these niggas from the West Indies because, you know, at that time, the Integration Act had just been signed and they were bringing them over. Then you had the Jeans Fund. Jeans Fund was a popular name for the Negro Rural School Fund. All right. She was, guess who? A Philadelphia Quaker. Quaker. Not only, but, you know, in her shit, she was a Quaker and the benefactor. In New York City was impressive list of educators, dignitaries, President William Taft, Booker T. Washington of Tuskegee, George Peabody, goddamn. You got Andrew Carnegie. You hear me? So you got these Northern philanthropist leaders, man. And they had this model that Hampton, Tuskegee had. And then, so they're going to end up meeting Robert Ogen. He's going to connect them with these white philanthropists. And they're going to come up with their own play. Now, remember the white Hebrew Israelites, and then you have these philanthropists who coming down here in the South, getting this money, these banker boys. A series of meetings between 1898 and 1901 in West Virginia led to the creation of the Southern Education Board and the General Education Board. Individuals such as Ogen, Peabody, William Baldwin, and Weldon Northern's vested interest and headed these boards. They're going to head these boards and these creations. They're going to fund and backing up adaptive education institutes. It was through these the roles of board members created connections between philanthropy, education, policy, and programs. All right, and they're gonna put up a lot of money to kill the Indian and keep the man. Now you have David Livingstone, one of the greatest missionaries to ever do it in discovering the interior parts of Africa. One of the greatest to discover the interior parts of Africa, because we just got through talking about the coast. Whenever you hear Pan-Africans talking, they're only talking about coastal areas. Why? Because that's where all the ports were. June 9, 1788 is the expiration of Africa through the African Association, which was created to discover the interior parts of Africa. That's not to 1788. 1807, the Trade Embargo Act is over with. So you got a small window. So, and plus places like Georgia and the 87, 88, they outlawed slavery and different things. So it makes the conversation, it narrows it down. You can't generalize your way out of this shit. This guy's a sharp Joseph Price. I can't Joseph give y'all Price. Too much. This on platinum pack. Go get a platinum pack. I can't give y'all too much. Let me see. Let me see something. I give y'all a deal. Let me see. I give y'all a deal. Let me see. I give y'all a deal on the platinum pack. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on, yeah. I'm looking for how I can change it. Change the price. Let's walk while we doing that. A lot of people don't talk about Joe Price, but Joe Price was, at that time, he was that nigga. He was your W. Du Bois. He was your Booker T. Washington. Heavy hitter. And he died at the age of 39. And if he wouldn't have died at the age of 39, you probably wouldn't hear niggas like Booker T. Washington, because he would have got the job. Now he working. He going to establish Livingston College, which is a private school. All right? It's a private school. HBCU now. But it trains missionary workers who are going to go abroad. Now, this is going to be one of these connections. Check for Africa and America. Now, remember, Bly ain't going to come over here and he going to go to Hampton. Check it out. He going to go back and model Liberia after that. Check. And so now you got the Phelps Stowe. Let's walk. Livingston College. Beautiful site. Shout out to North Carolina. North Carolina in this motherfucker. Check them out. Football team. They got the band. Everything you niggas do as Indians. They got the sports. They got the mascots. They got the music, the entertainment. Hey, shout out to who that? CH. You right, fam. I went on there and I'm like, listen, bro, the platinum pack was $400. Most people that bought the platinum pack bought it at its regular price. $250 is a discount. So I'm with this brother. He say $250 is the deal, nigga. I really can't go no lower than that, bro. It's over 100 motherfucking joints. So yeah, $250. That's just too much work, bro. You know how many hours I sit down, nigga? You work for 1,000 hours and let a nigga pay you $250 and see if you don't go upside that nigga head
hard with a metal pipe.
Check them out. They got your soul. This
$250
lyrics to
goddamn
HBCU
steel.
missionary school in North Carolina. They go to band out there. They got the band. They got homecoming queens out there. Beautiful, beautiful sisters too. Woo! Lord have mercy. Huh? You got your Greek fellowships and organizations. You got your Delta Sigmas, sorority pyramids, and Delta Sigma. There they go.
Shout out to the Deltas. We were at the pyramids, and we ended up running across the Delta. And I asked him, I say, "What y'all doing out here at the pyramid?" So they started hitting up the pyramid. They said something like pyramids at the pyramids. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can catch it. Okay, I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. It's all but y'all was gonna throw that clip in there. But let's keep walking.
Rocking the afros, the natural. Ooh, she thick.
She what?
She is thick.
Oh, okay.
What y'all feed them in North Carolina?
I don't know.
They go your Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity.
But I will give. I can't separate North and South Carolina. I get them on the even playing field. Favorite women, me, Texas, the Carolinas. I like Louisiana, Mississippi. I think Georgia a little too easy for me, being a Texas nigga. It's just me. I had to think on the other one. But off top three, Texas, Louisiana, and I can't separate North and South Carolina. And I'm not putting them in, fuck it, I'll put them in the order. But it's something about them North, South Carolina. You know I'm a South Carolina, North Carolina nigga. That shit in my blood too, though. But man, them North, South Carolina women, man.
Fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. There they go right there. They go to Kappa Sweethearts over there.
DM me, need you.
With this school and this African connection will birth one of the gods in Pan-Africanism coming from the African paradigm. James Avery.
Look at Geechee, Louisiana. Geechee say that's
and arguably one of the leading figures in African and African American history is James Avery, known as Avery of Africa. Not only can Africa claim him, but also the African diaspora. Avery was born in October in Anima.
Hey, what Nipsey said, love me like me from a small town. Yeah, love me like me from a small town. Man, let me tell you something, it don't get no better. Boy, if you can see my face right now, it don't get no better. When they from a small town, you talking about a diamond in the rough. I'm talking about woo, the soul on that motherfucker. You know, the attributes and all that shit that come with that just extra. But the soul, the loving, the touch, man, them small town backwood, we call them way down yonder. You hear me? Way down yonder. In Jesus' name. I think they the children of Israel. What's that brother name in the I think them the children of Israel. I think they from the 12 tribes. Whew. Who else would give you who else would do that for you other than the creator? You are loved by the creator. You are Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou God has chose thee to be a special people upon the face of the earth. Above everyone, or some shit like that. Oh, thick. Lord help me, and she can cook. Whew. That cornbread from scratch. Jesus, Jesus, I have forsaken Kwame Yasharala. Anamabu and the Gold Coast, now Ghana. So right there, out of that village, that creation, what they gonna create there in between those walls of the forts. Anamabu, Fort William.
Look at Sherelle. Sherelle, I was speaking in tongues. That was the Holy Spirit in me. Yeah, I'm back now. I was speaking in tongues. Yeah, I'm speaking in tongues. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. It's real. Oh, that shit had you licking your fingers, nigga. Oh, this shit is ridiculous. God, if you done something right in life, boy, after that accomplishment, nigga, you ain't have to do nothing else. But you still gave a rich soil. You gave us trees for oxygen. You gave us sun and the moon. I mean, you gave us the birds and the bees, nigga. After you created Texas, down south, South Carolina, in Jesus' name, shit. North Carolina, women, you didn't have to, brother. You didn't have to do nothing else. God was chasing greatness. He was chasing greatness. After he made them, he ain't had to do nothing else. But that nigga gave us flowers. That nigga that blossom in the spring. That nigga gave us agriculture. That nigga overdid it. I see why they call him God. Yeah, that nigga I did himself. He was chasing greatness. That nigga was on some Mamba mentality shit. Like that is overkill. Brother God, that's like showing that.
You get James Agri. So he gonna end up going to a Wesleyan school. Check missionary school.
Good
They
night,
gonna send him through
Sade.
there. He a promised kid. They gonna send him through this program.
Sade say she going to bed. So what that mean? I gotta get off. It's time for me to go to bed. It's time for me to go take my shower and come get to bed. I'm trying to. I don't know what's going on. Goddamn, you gonna feed me first? You gonna feed me first? Goddamn, you gonna start the show without me?
Well, he's gonna become an educator. In 1898, Agri sailed to the United States to be trained as a missionary. Guess where he went? Livingston, baby. He went to Livingston. He came here to North Carolina. African. One of the gods of Pan-Africanism. Came right here to HBCU in North Carolina. Salisbury, North Carolina. He graduated in 1902, earning 3 degrees. He was fluent in Ghanaian and European languages.
Sade, what make you laugh, make you cry. Keep it up. What make you laugh, make you cry. That's what the old folks you tell them.
1903, he became a minister in the AME church. Married an Indian woman in Virginia named Mama Rosebud Douglas.
Tell them, Fred. This for grown folk. Do you hear me? You will learn.
Now,
but goddamn it, you gotta trust.
He gonna end up being the administrator.
We're gonna get to where we
for
going.
2 decades.
We might swear.
2 decades at Livingston College as administrator from Africa, pushing this shit.
Talk to
Guess
him.
who sent him there? Phelps-Stokes Commission to Africa. During this period, part of the Phelps-Stokes Commission to Africa. He sat on the commission board for this Phelps-Stokes, aka New York Colonization Society. Check. Right there in motherfucking Salisbury, North Carolina. He visited 10 countries: Sierra Leone, Liberia, Gold Coast, Cameroon, Nigeria, 1920 went to Belgium, Congo, Angola, South Africa. And he went there and he pushed the importance of education to these people. And they had models that would work because the blueprints are going to come out of the Port Royal experiment. The blueprints are going to come out of the American Missionary Association.
the Church Mission Society in Africa.
Let's walk.
Now he gonna create
This
Ashimoto
was a
College
powerful bill.
Missionary school back in Africa.
Uh-oh.
Well, just like the missionary school that he went to.
Chicken Wicked.
In North Carolina. Sat on the board 20 years. Now this Phelps Stokes program, they're still training leaders over in Africa.
Yes, they are.
Out of this school will come one of the greatest missionaries in Pan-African history.
Uh-oh. Hey, y'all, get the likes up. Support the show. Get the likes up. Support the show.
There they go. Young missionaries. First and second gens on your ass, nigga.
The first.
Ain't nobody on that front row got a everybody forehead, all forehead, everybody. Look at them. Come on, man, stop playing with me. Everybody forehead. He like he got a little Cherokee in him. Like he got a little Cherokee in him. But for the most part, he got a little African in him, He got that African West Indies look. That's a black European. Look at the edge up way back there too. Look at his shit. Y'all gonna stop playing with me, man. Look at this nigga his shit. He got a little Chickasaw in him though. He went down there with the Mississippi Indians, Mississippi colony. Brother who gonna come out of his missionary school, it's a brother by the name of Kwame Nkrumah.
Woo! It getting high here.
Now he gonna start off in the Roman Catholic schools.
Real, you going to hell for that.
Okay?
You going to hell for that, real.
But then he would be recommended to of the principal. He would be have recommendations of the principal of the government training college. Right here. Ashimoto College Missionary School. All right. Guess what they call it, family? A principal government training school. Accordingly, entered the government training college, Akara in 1927. It was in this college where he gonna meet James Agri. That's where he gonna meet him. That's where he gonna get his Pan-Africanism ideas from. A missionary, he done already been to America. He already know how it go. He already know where to get the money to back it. He just looking for the talent. And this little nigga who had already been going through missionary schools his life, well, he ended up getting the chance to bump into him. You got to remember, they getting you young too in your good years. Edward Blyden went to Liberia when he first touched down in Liberia. He was 18 years old. You feel me? John Henry Clark and them, they led the student movements in. That area in '69 was the student movements. They were looking for little recruits and little soldiers to come up out of the student movements. Kwame gonna come out of that. Now, before he went to London, he gonna leave that program and he gonna come to the Americas. And what he do in the Americas, he come to the United States and form the African Students Organization. Check. And he looking for niggas just like him on the same type of time, which relentlessly promoted Pan-Africanism, earning him a reputation as an African independent advocate. On arrival, guess what he do? Now, when he got to London, when he got to the South, guess where he went? He went to HBCU, just like his OG James. He's going to go to HBCU. He's going to be in bed with the AME church. Sunday, eating your grandma's sweet potatoes and fried chicken and macaroni and shit. Drinking Kool-Aid and they been listening to Al Green with you niggas. And that whole listen to Al Green ain't got no rhythm.
It was the Commodores TOPCATZ. The Commodores.
So when he gets to London, he gonna leave America, gonna go to London. Now what he do? He get there and shake them up. He joined the West African Students Union, WASU. He joined them when he get there. And when he get there, what he do? He created a subgroup, the WASA, known as the Circle. Circle in the Circle, Black European blood. Black European raw bloodlines of America, nigga. You got to understand, he joined that group, then he gonna end up running it. But he there on assignment. So when he get to America, he create the African Students Organization. He not fucking around. The young niggas on assignment, and he got a lot of money backing him. So in London, he go infiltrate there. He get in good. He got the circle. Now he running the program. From there, he gonna create the Pan-African Federation and the World Federation of Trade Unions. He also became involved with organizing the 1945 5th Pan-African Congress in Manchester. This brought him closer to many great leaders, including W.E. Du Bois, future president of Kenya, Jomo Kenyatta, and American activist civil rights, Paul Robeson. Y'all know the relationship between them. Now he done jumped in this WASA, the union assimilated political racial conscience among West African students in London. They serve as a manpower bank and a training ground. A training ground for leaders and nationalist movements.
Hold on, I gotta stop it. You getting them too much. Go get a platinum pack. Chief, you getting them too much. Woo! That boy getting them. That man, them bricks fresh out. Them Escobar. Them Escobar bricks with the scorpion on it, nigga. Woo! Yeah, no salt water in them or nothing, nigga. Bobby Seale dropped them hoes off, nigga. That's an old stand Bobby Seale and them had put up. Yeah, them bricks come out of Mena, Arkansas. That's them Escobar bricks. Can't give them too much, man. Y'all go get a platinum pack. That part. And he still wasn't done. That ain't shit. He ain't did nothing yet. That light work. Huh? I say, that light work. Man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Again, before I bounce out, if you order the shirt, message me. It shouldn't be too many people left. Little Ties, you said you wanted one of them smiles. I don't want you to get it. That bitch too little for you. So let me know. It's another brother. What's his name? Man, he hit me and he got 2 shirts. But I needed size and he ain't answer. He ain't answer my message. Brother Phillip. If you hearing this, Brother Phillip, check your messages. Brother Phillip, check your messages. So I can make sure you. Yeah, that's that Mena, Arkansas. That's that Clinton dope. Escobar bricks. Okay, Ty say he need a smile. Bet done. So I got him. I think it's one more dude. But if I'm missing somebody, man, I sent out so many yesterday. So it's this one guy, Crit. Was that right? Philip. I'm looking for Philip. Where he from? Hell, I don't know. But yeah, Phil, I messaged you. Try to get back with us so we can get your issue to you. If we missed anybody, please DM us on the BCU app or on the website, or catch me on social media. DM me or something. But that's my time right there, man. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I love y'all. As long as we got each other, we don't need nobody else. Hold the motherfucking line. Indian gang, it don't bang. Y'all already know the saying. What we do in this life, it goes in eternity. Loyalty bring royalty, homie. So stay down for your crown. Can we building this shit from the ground? Amen.
Fuck with me and I'm fucking with you, and this shit getting deep. I don't know what to do. Should I keep this shit play or keep this shit cool? One like the little nigga, go with your move. No cap, I ain't never held a bitch. Look at my eyes and eat it up better than you. Not to mention you get wet as a pool. Put me to sleep and then cook me some food. Her face expression say she thinking too hard, and I can just tell by the vibe. What's wrong? She wanna fuck with me, I'm knowing she scared. She say she don't want no surprise. Me either, ain't nobody business. Soon as she see me, them niggas get the bending. Deep stroke, she feel in a minute. I don't feel I can't even finish her sentence. Treat it like a pacifier. Put me in your mouth like you teething. I'm digging in and she using the rolls. Gonna fuck around and start breathing. What you want when you hit? Let's go. What you doing tonight? What's up? Wait on you. Wherever we at, we be dropping the low. We be telling each other pull up. This shit got serious. This new little situation got me gone.
Now the yacht party is not in August. It's this month. It's this month. So registration, the end of registration need to be on the 12th because my plug on the yachts, he want to know how many people we need there because there's certain regulation that allows on how many people can be on the yacht. So say if we get like a 90-foot yacht, it's only so many people can be on there for as regulations. So these are things that, you know, we need to know, but everybody need to have their registration paid by the 12th. So that's in a couple days, goddamn. So yeah, y'all let me know. Yeah, so yeah, that's happening this month. MIAO 305. I'm about to go to England. When I come back from England next week, it's up. So I'm finna go to England, do some field research, and then we can do yachts, and then we come back and supposed to have Cancun on August the 1st. A week after that, Vegas, and then London, Scotland, France, and Ireland. Dublin, Ireland, where Martin Luther King family from. Bars. Yeah, I know they ain't told y'all that. Goddamn, that's why you gotta go get the platinum pack. Go get that dope in the bag. This YouTube shit, this that fool. Yeah. The YouTube shit, this ain't the real shit. You gotta go get a platinum pack. This shit we got in the bag, locked in the vault.
We been at it for a minute. I know it's wrong though. I could just leave alone. I had to double back. I just might lock it down for life. Put her on Super Max. She got that super wet. She got that boomerang. That shit make it come back. Accent that I take something, ended up hour flat. Lost her mind when I had first put it in from the back. Thought she had an asthma attack. Styling up. When demons not real. When we use it like and since
Next time, who do it, bitch? Light it.
Usually my exes turn to enemies.
Yeah.
But this is different. Cause we done got closer now that you ain't with me. All that ain't no way we gon' forget that. And your family, love me like I'm family. You know where you stand with me. So when they ask, tell them, right one, long time. Can't stand, try. But you always been a real one. Even though we ain't together, it was real love. And baby, it's still love. I hate to be make it to forever. Probably ain't getting back together. But that don't mean that I can't show good, but we still good.
Shoot your ass in the back.
Sometimes it been that's a lie. We both pay the price. Tears in my eyes. You know sometimes it been like that, baby.
Who gonna meet me on the dance floor? Let go.
Hey. No, every time I see you, I pretend I'm fine. and I wanna reach out to you, but I turn around to let it rain. Baby, I must confess, we were bigger than anything. Remember us at our best. And don't forget about late nights playing in the dark and waking up inside my arms for you. Always be in my heart. I just want to forget about just make it for experience. Nothing can compare to your first time. So I hope this will remind you. Turn these streets can't cross them up. All these streets need boss. Bitch, I'm on my bitch, I hang my bitch. Out here mopping up all these streets. Touching on you, walking on all these lanes. I'm trying to murder you, ain't go. Cut to his head if you done whoop. Turn your bitch on vacation. Promise I'm still gonna jewelry. I'm a real.
Alright, yeah, we gonna get out of here.
My bitch. No one come and take your place.
I love you, kid. You can't be friends.
No one else. Let me like you do. That's why I spend my life with you. I wanna please you any way I can. I wanna share my world.
Why you projecting, real? If you want to come on the dance floor and rub my belly, you come out here. It sounds like you scared or some shit. You trying to see can somebody else handle me? Won't you come on out here and see if you ready, if you got what it takes?
Don't you understand? Your love is hallelujah. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is hallelujah.
You're a wingman. That's a threesome. What is going on here? Yeah, y'all gonna have to jump me. Y'all gonna have to. It's the only way you get it to win. That's the only way you get. Y'all gonna have to jump me. You give me a all day long.
Inside out, make my heart beat. Need no one else. You're all I need. Personality, everything you do.
Yeah, what?
Makes me love everything about you. Your smile, your style, you're so fly.
Yeah, what? Can't deny. She got a crush on Chief.
I got a crush on you, and that's true indeed. And I'm digging you, you make me feel.
Y'all take y'all bad ass to bed, go bathe, and get y'all ass in the bed. I'm finna get out of here. Y'all are too much for me. Okay, y'all are a little bit too much for me. Now I'm finna go to Bible study after this and rebuke you niggas. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. You goddamn Saracens and heathens, pagans. Yeah, get on down yonder away from here. Yeah, get on down yonder. K down yonder away from here.